Like the eternity party. Yeah, that's cute.
As usual, waiting on Lynn. It's okay. I was totally gonna order a pizza. Got tracked up trying to get OBS to work. It happens. Much better. Okay, just waiting on Mia, and then we will totally begin, guys.
Hey!
Guys and, or I should say, gals and guy.
Humans.
Starship Earth.
Starship Earth.
Can you hear us, Mia? Oh, there we go. Now you're connected.
We're good. I was like, shoot,
Awesome.
something's happening.
Let me redeem my free pizza real quick, courtesy of Domino's, and then I will be all good to go. I want hand tossed. Don't want. Who knew this was going to be dinner time, Vuuldonia by Starlight? You know, we already have ASMR Vuuldonia, now it's cooking Vuuldonia.
I'm waiting for my food, too.
I ate already because I'm prepared.
Proud of you. I was taking a nap earlier. Working.
I had chicken earlier is what I had. Because unfortunately, I'm ahead of everybody.
You are.
Well, you're in the same time zone as Mia and
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, I am.
Lindsay.
What's her name? That
Yeah.
old. That...
She has many names. There are a few.
It is
That's
really
right. I keep
windy
forgetting
out.
she's not an hour behind. Mia and Lindsay aren't an hour behind me. They're actually the same time zone.
Yeah.
It's just you two.
Just us.
We're 2 hours behind.
Yeah.
So,
So it's perfectly dinner time at 7 o'clock. 7:15.
exactly. All right, we'll go ahead and begin.
It's reasonable time.
All right. Okay, do I have everything I need? Sure I do. Yeah, looks good enough.
Hold up.
Oh, I should probably pull D&D Beyond.
Like, oh, sorry, I don't want this to bird. It's cute.
I officially don't remove my dice now from my dice tray that I have. It just stays there. My dice for tonight always stays in the same box now.
Oh, all right. Welcome, guys, to tonight's first affiliate Twitch stream. Not counting Angela's on Monday, but our campaign's first affiliate stream.
I should open Twitch.
Yes.
I has Twitch open. Okay. As always, for the one viewer we have, which I have a feeling is one of our cast members, which is fine. If not, welcome to the show. As always, I'm Jordan with Practical Heroes, the DM of this lovely journey through this completely 5th edition homebrew world, joined by the lovely ladies Mia, Angela, Lynn, and Lindsay. You can also catch Angela every Monday here on our channel as she paints various minifigs from our friends over at Deadmyth and deadmyth.com. You can use code PRACTICALFRIENDS to save 10% off your entire order. You can catch me and Lindsay every Tuesday and Saturday now for our flagship campaign, Immortals, at noon on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere your favorite podcasts are performed. Other than that, of course, we have Patreon. If you like what we do, feel free to go there and help us. Other than that, I don't have any real announcements, I don't think. I think that's kind of everything. So we will get right into it. Computer's being weird. Wrong button. Where? Oh, there. Okay. Alright. So last time, now I gotta pull up OneNote, good lord. I need like 2 more screens. Running this off of a laptop.
Oh yeah, you need multiple.
All the screens. Alright. Last time, you all had made it to Rush's house after fighting off a gang of gorillas that were attacking some villagers of Sapphire Oasis. And Samri had been stricken ill with some strange disease. You guys were able to make it back to Rush's house where you had a long rest. Woke up. Samri was feeling seemingly much better. And over breakfast, the guard chief Maldalia burst in to inform the mayor that the patrol of guards had been sent north, were all but destroyed in the north jungle, tracking down the group of gorillas and apes that had kidnapped a villager. There was only a single survivor who was laid up in the guard shack. The mayor, aka Rush's mom, had asked all of you to venture north to track down the group responsible for the attack and gather any information possible on the gorillas and apes. There was a very private and heartfelt moment between Rush and their mom, as Rush was bequeathed their mother's old adventuring equipment. And then you guys set out to go gather a few supplies across town. You stopped at various shops and made your way north. And on your way north, you were intercepted by Myra Hammerhole, the woman who was frantic when the gorillas attacked, with her husband being kidnapped. She pleaded with you to let her join you in the journey north because she had some intel that she thought might be useful. You guys agreed to let her come with you. You ventured up the cliffs near Sapphire Falls and made your way north, where after a few moments of expert tracking following the river and following footprints, you found yourself in a clearing of Opal Springs. After a few moments, you also saw some ancient ruins on the far side of the pond hidden by the tree line, to which you started to slowly investigate in the early evening. Aurora found various signs in ancient celestial saying things of danger, trespassers beware, sickness ahead, various messages of foreboding and warning. You guys had finished setting up camp. You had brought up talks of having Zisha rummage through Myra's things due to not being trusting of her. And along with all that, you also got information of the White Ape Warriors, as you've come to know this strange group that is on the Palma Flora Island for the first time. Due to having Myra with you, she's told you a little bit about the organization. She's told you a figurehead, Yosef Crans, and all that stuff. So where we pick up is you guys have just finished setting up camp. The last little remnants of sunlight are beginning to fade as you guys are all in the jungle of this Opal Springs. And what would you guys like to do? You see Myra is still examining the various statues and doing some more rubbings and whatnot.
I can't hear Mia.
There we go.
I exist.
It's like I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
I was trying some miming, actually. Yeah, I think we already had our discussion about our suspicions about Myra.
Yeah.
I think it's probably time we like cook dinner or something.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah, we were gonna just bunker down and then just be blissfully unaware of what Zisha does when we all go night-night.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we discuss doing a double guard?
A double watch, yeah.
Double
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, we're gonna do.
I like it.
All right. So, oh god. All right. So, how would you guys like to break up the guard shift, or the watches?
Alicia's going first.
Okay. Okay.
I can go with Zisha for the first shift.
And Sonri. Okay. Second.
Do we just want to do it in pairs, or do we want to split it up so that we're maximizing amount of sleep?
That's probably better if we like stagger it, maybe.
Yeah. Because then we would only have to do a 9-hour rest if we do it right, and everybody would get 8 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sounds like
Okay. So do you want to stagger it where it's like Zisha and then Somri comes like in roughly like halfway through? Or
Yeah,
so?
something like that.
Okay.
And Rush will go last. Just do a
Okay.
little sunrise, wake and bake, you know?
Like it. Okay. All right, sweet. Are any of you guys gonna try and gather food or anything, or just use the rations you brought with you?
Yeah, Rush will do a little bit of wild harvesting. Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a nature check with advantage, because Rush is a native of the land.
Sure, not a survival check.
Or survival, yeah, sorry. You know what I was putting down.
Yeah. So a 27, does that...
Oh, nope, you don't find a single scrap of food. No.
No, this whole place is deadly, guys. Don't touch
Right.
any of it.
With relative
Everyone's
ease, you go towards the shore of Opal Springs, and you see various water berries that grow that you're super familiar with. You find a few other grubs actually along there that you know can be sustainable and that are actually rather tasty.
Yeah,
once
you just gotta
cooked.
fry them up,
These-
guys. They're great little saute.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you find plenty enough to where no one needs to mark down any rations easily.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so you guys begin cooking and everything like that, and at this time, Myra has.
Should
Go
we
ahead.
be wary of starting a fire here?
You see, it's really green and humid.
That's not what I'm
you're-
worried about.
I realize that. I realize that. True. I'll let you guys decide.
Signaling the enemy. For sure.
I mean,
I
what do
just
we
worry-
what do we need the fire for? Is
Yeah.
it just for cooking? Because if it's just for cooking, Rush will just, light a match, do a little control.
Something small.
Holding the title.
We're going to roast each grub
Marshmallows.
individually like a marshmallow. It's gonna be
He
perfect.
uses a little control flame or whatever. It is.
Okay.
Lightning.
Okay.
That's not gonna help anybody.
You know the one.
All right, so you're gonna use control flame to cook up the little grubs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Okay. As you start, you light your match and begin controlling the flames and sauteing up these lovely grubs and various other things you were able to find. At this point, Myra comes and joins you guys and sits down, and you see her going through her journal and kind of just writing notes and flipping some pages, flipping back and forth. And you hear her muttering to herself, kind of.
Zisha's going to let out a very theatrical yawn, just like one of those, like, don't you think we should be heading to bed soon, since we are going to be up early?
To which Myra kind of looks up. and she kind of looks up in the sky and she goes, "Oh, I didn't. Time got away from me. It happens when I find new interesting research. I don't mind staying up and taking the first watch. I've got a lot of new information to get through on this journal, where I'll probably be up for a few hours, unless." No, just no.
You sleep now. Zisha says sleep now.
No.
No.
I like to take the first watch. So as the person who has been with this party longer than you, but nobody else, I think that I have priority.
Well, and you know, like the sun's going down, so like it's getting darker. Myra, I can wake you up when I get up, when the sun is up, which is totally better for studying.
That too.
Perhaps it could give you a fresh perspective with the sunrise versus the sunset.
Generally, if you muddle over something long enough, it just becomes all one thing. So sleep's always the best.
Fair. Myra just kind of, you see her take all this into consideration, and you're like, she goes, perhaps you're right. I'm still kind of blinded by my own worry for my husband. Maybe a good night's rest with strong company will help ease my mind, I think. That's fine, Zisha. Have you told Myra your name? I'm not sure, actually. I don't know if you have.
I don't
think any of you. Okay, so that was just a Jordan slip. So ignore that one. Myra just goes, "Okay, I will gladly let you have the first watch." Rush, I hope you not. Yeah, I don't even. She doesn't even know your name.
Yeah. Rush would have said it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rush, I hope you don't take offense, but I will hold off on the awesome meal you seem to be cooking. Grubs just don't settle well with me.
No, that's okay. Oh, do you want something to help you sleep though? And then Rush will like dig in their little side pouch and like real quick roll a joint. Like, it'll knock you right out. You'll be like, you're stressed. This is gonna help with that.
I'm totally good. I will just kind of read over some field notes in my journal, and they'll help me fall asleep.
All right. Then
and you see her
himself.
You see her grab out of her backpack a small ration kit of various dried meats and stuff, and she kind of munches on it a little bit. And then probably I'd say within the next hour, you guys all get completely fed from Rush, and you watch as Myra makes her way over to some of the fallen pillars where you guys had already set up your tent, but she's not like right next to him. She's slightly away from him, about 10 feet away, and she positions herself. She gets out a little blanket and roll sack and throws it out, and you see as she leans her backpack, her knapsack or whatever, against the pillar and uses that as her pillow. Oh, you thought this would be easy? You thought it would be easy? It's amazing what I can prep in 2 hours before we live stream. So, and you see her kind of snuggling there, and you see her reading through her journal, and then are you guys all kind of watching to see when she falls asleep before the rest of you go to sleep and leave Zisha awake? Okay.
I am, for sure.
All right. You guys kind of give me...
Rush got high and probably zonked out, I'll be honest.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and... Aurora and Samri and Zisha, go ahead and give me a... We'll say a performance check instead of a perception check to, like, slyly look and watch her without, like, focusing on her, you know?
Oh, that was just an 11.
We got a dirty 20.
Okay.
18.
Okay, you guys all got good enough, even with that 11. The other scores bumped it up enough. You guys are all able to kind of just silently somehow communicate, watching that she's finally dozed off, and you've watched, like, as you see her head bob a few times, and every time it bobs down, it gets a little longer before it snaps back up, and after the, like, about one that lasted about 5 minutes, you see her snap up, fold her book up, and lean up and put it in her backpack, and then lean back down, and she falls asleep. And you guys watch her for probably about half an hour or so, and she doesn't move. You're all pretty sure she's asleep by now. or will be in deep REM sleep within the hour.
Excellent.
And at this point, there's no more sunlight. The first few stars are beginning to be in the night sky. What you guys want to do?
She has used it as a pillow. Now what?
I don't know.
Do we have something that's similar in shape and size?
Just a bait and switch. Replace it.
He could wake Rush up and they could turn into like a badger or something and scoot.
Oh, I can mess with her brain and make her think that like she is dreaming that her husband is holding her and has his arm under, and we'll take the backpack. The illusion is very realistic.
How long does it last?
A minute.
We're fast.
Zisha, go ahead while you're kind of throwing these ideas out there. Go ahead and give me just a straight like perception check.
Just for posterity, she is whispering. She's not like yelling across the
Yeah, no, I figured.
Okay.
You're just screaming it at us. Like,
Trick her brain. Sorry, which roll again did you want?
Just a straight perception.
Straight perception.
And it sucks because the map behind me is literally where you guys are, and you can't see like I added ruins and stuff.
9.
Yeah. 9. Okay. You kind of look around. You see, because I think you guys are all just kind of looking around trying to find something for the bait and switch, and you see some rocks that look about the same size. You see a few trees, but nothing that like screams, "Oh, hey, this could be a really good thing to replace with." As you're kind of talking about all this.
Okay. So I could mess with her head, or there's a pulls her own backpack off her shoulders, or put this for the meantime. And then if she wakes up, we say, "Oh, you grabbed my bag on accident," you know?
I'm asleep.
okay with that. I think.
All right. So is that what you guys want to do then?
I mean, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Zisha's doing
I'm the one
act.
who's gonna take the fall for it if it goes
We'll
wrong.
Okay.
just nod
Yeah.
and
Fair.
do a thumbs up.
Perfect.
And then pretend to be asleep again.
Awesome. Perfect. Always works out. Smile and wave. All right. So Aurora and Sabri, are you guys gonna go to make your way to sleep then?
Yes.
All right. Zisha, you watch as Aurora and Sabri make their way to the little bed site you guys made earlier. At this point, you're starting to see more stars in the sky. You're able to hear some of the nightlife in the jungle begin to awaken for the night. Go ahead whenever you're ready. Give me a stealth check to see if you can be quiet and get close to Myra while she sleeps.
20.
You are the night. You sneak all the way next to Myra. You almost take kind of a little, maybe a little cautious way, like going around behind her. The pillar she kind of leaned up against is only about knee high, so you're able to actually be behind her and whatnot. So next, as you're up close on her, you see she is sound asleep. You hear a that slight snore that comes out of people sometimes. You know, that's not the real heavy, like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" snore. But
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can swap out her backpack for yours.
Okay. I have a question.
Ask away.
Could I possibly get advantage on it if I used my mage hand to push my bag under while I was pulling her bag out?
So it's like a seamless transition.
Yeah.
I will say it will lower the DC. It won't be advantage.
Okay.
Like it will lower the DC. Oh, actually, hold on. That's a good. Let me think.
Totally up to you.
Yeah, it will lower the DC. I would give you advantage if someone, like if you had managed to like make her move somehow as you did it, like that to me would cause advantage. But this it lowers the DC quite a bit with doing the mage hand thing.
All right, dice be kind.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, that is just enough. You begin to kind of, I like to think Zisha, like in her mind, has her bag in one hand and looking at Myra's bag, kind of doing that Indiana Jones thing of like, will it work? Will it not work? You cast up your mage hand. Is the mage hand going to pull or is it going to push your bag?
So I'm thinking of it like Zisha is kind of like gently pulling, more
Okay.
rotating even. So there's not like it's not dragging across the side of her face. You know, it's more.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. All right,
and
you
then the
begin.
mage hand is pushing the other bag under her head to replace it.
All right, you begin to do such thing, and you're going, and every so often you kind of catch your breath in anticipation as Myra moves, just in sleep. And it takes about, honestly, a solid 5 or so minutes, just a nice, calm, slow movement. But yeah, you have her bag in your possession, and your bag is under her head.
Whew. Okay. Well, now that she has the bag, she will take her prize and slink off and go through it thoroughly.
All right.
And she'll try to like take a really good look before she like starts pulling things out, so she can kind of put it back if there's some semblance of order, at least a vague idea of, you know.
Okay. First thing you notice about the bag is it's a very well-made leather adventuring bag. There's pockets everywhere, and as you open up the flap, it's got a good strong buckle on it. It's a very well-made bag, which you would kind of probably assume would be for a good, like a well-known archaeologist or so they would want something robust. As you open it up, you kind of are going through and you see some various books, you see some tools, just kind of seeing how they're ordered in there. To kind of start going through it, go ahead and give me an investigation check. With advantage if you're going to take basically your full watch to do it.
She's doing that. Oh, it was worth it. 20.
Okay. You begin to pull out, you see the same field note journal. You see some various loose pieces of paper that have some other rubbings, not from what you gather, not from this site. You see some hand-drawn sketches of various plant life and some animal life as well. You also see one of the last thing, and some various other rations, a torch here and there, very basic stuff. One of the last things you happen to pull out is this picture of these two identical looking tabaxi females. And you set that aside, and as you're kind of going through, you notice something at the very bottom, almost like a bump in the bottom of the sack.
Sus. She will go ahead and
It's the bagman. No, just
dig
kidding.
that out.
All right,
Oh,
you go to feel for it, and you reach down to the bump, and you feel where the bump is. It's the bottom of the bag, and for a second you're like, well, that's weird, and you kind of run your hands over it. You can feel it's something round and hard, and you kind of trace the outline of the bottom of the bag. You begin examining the bag, and what you find is one of the side pockets. You reach in, and it actually goes underneath the bottom of the bag, and you feel your hands touch something cold and metal, and you pull it out, and what you see is an amulet about that. No! Knocked over my mic. It's okay. I'm okay. You see an amulet about that big in your hand. It is a stunning copper amulet. Emboldened on one side is a fierce, snarling face of an ape with small red rubies for eyes that almost seem somehow alive and filled with rage. And as you kind of turn it in your hands, it's almost like the rubies are watching you. On the other side, you see some language carved into the back of the amulet.
I mean, I'm not actually experiencing this, but I don't like that.
I don't like it. Is it about time to wake up Somri for her watch?
You still have a little bit until Somri's watch starts.
Well, too bad for Somri. She's waking up.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so to rate this now.
Zisha is going to head over to Somri and in her usual awkward way, kind of like stiff-armed, like reaches out and like prods the shoulder a couple of times and goes, "Hey, Somri."
I'll roll over. Is it time to get up?
No, but I have to show you something.
All right. Here? Elsewhere? All right, yeah, I'll get up and follow Zisha.
Okay. She'll only go like a little ways, just like enough that carrying voices wouldn't be heard at all. Also, side note, thank you for the biddies butterfly. And have a chat with Somri. Basically, show her the amulet and say, "I found this at the bottom of the bag."
Okay. And Somri, you see same thing, this gorgeous, crude yet also elegantly crafted amulet with this ape face on it. And you also see the language that is carved into the back of it.
Can I recognize the language?
What languages do you speak at the moment?
I have Celestial, Comic.
Comic.
Speak Comic Sans.
What's the deal with that?
No, I just speak in Comic Sans. Like,
oh no, I hate it.
Yeah, me too. Oops. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orc.
That's a whole languages.
Somehow you did not name. So from the languages you know, you don't instantly know it off the bat. However, I will let you roll a history check, or an intelligence check, your choice. I mean, granted, they're the same thing, but to see if you can kind of possibly make it out, or like to at least tell what type of language it is.
History, because I am proficient in that.
I have half proficiency. Can I give her advantage by helping her? Like kind of nudging the memory, kind of tossing ideas back and forth, like saying, "Oh, this symbol looks a little bit like something I saw in this language," and kind of try and parse it out together.
What's your modifier?
-2.
Just add a +2 on top of your modifier. Since it's, we'll do that for half proficiencies. You can just add your modifier to the roll.
That's fair.
It's a 24.
Oh. As you begin to look it through, you're straining and trying to remember it, and you hear a voice in the back of your head go, "Interesting. I haven't seen Primordial in quite a while."
Okay.
So it is Primordial on the back of the amulet.
I'll relate that to Zisha. So I think it's Primordial, but I don't speak it.
Waterman Rush.
Oh, that's right.
They all speak weird, bubbly, whatever. I think that is close to Primordial.
How far in the satchel was this? Like, could we just take it?
It was at the very bottom, like a secret side pocket went all the way under, which is very suspicious, by the way. Everything else looked a little bit normal. There was a thing with tabaxi. There was 2 tabaxi girls. It was very odd. And this was at the very bottom, like hidden.
I wonder if we could find a stone that's like roughly the same shape and weight, and just put that back in it. It's more of a bait and switch. We were next to a
possible.
We're near ruins. There's got to be rocks. And that way, if we can, like, return it, there would be no suspicion for her to even look for it.
Do we care if she knows?
Oh, I
that
don't
we
know.
know?
Do we?
Because I kind of want to, like, punch her a little bit.
Only if she can, like, summon the apes suddenly.
But maybe not if she has doesn't have the
It's true.
amulet.
We
So,
have it. We
We have
control it. It's ours now.
um,
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Maybe we should ask the others, but I
Good
don't
point.
know how to when they are asleep. I mean, I can wake them up also, but
You
then
could walk
I'm
in their dreams and ask them.
I could give them a scary illusion and wake them up that way, and then it's not my fault. You know?
I mean, honestly, at this point, we could just wait until Aurora.
You got a while until Aurora wakes up.
Yeah.
Let's just wake them up. We could just wake them up now and find out.
Okay, just for a couple of minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys want to wake up Aurora and try to wake up Rush, who's in a stoned slumber at the
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah,
Might be difficult to wake him up, but
Zisha will go over to them and do the usual awkward, like, stiff-armed, like, boop, 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 like, on the shoulder. Hey, Rush.
What?
What? Yeah, sorry. It's already... Z, I hate to tell you this. It is nowhere near sunrise.
You need to be quiet. you need to shush.
Okay.
Remember the bad thing I was supposed to do? Well, I did it. And there was bad things, I think. Yeah.
Okay, Rush is gonna whisper, but that's not
You know
good for
anything.
audio. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you did the okay. What'd you? Oh, I should probably move from here.
Yes.
Right. If we're gonna talk.
Yes.
So, Rush will get up and follow Zisha
Okay.
to wherever the conversation is
Okay,
taking
we go
place.
back to the conversation spot. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that Samri was gonna grab Aurora in the meantime.
we need to go look at a thing.
What?
Just come with us.
Okay.
Over
okay.
there.
I'm coming. Okay. Yes.
So, I have to say it all again, don't I?
Well, Rush, you speak primordial.
Oh yeah, totally.
Read
So,
this.
Yeah, like real facts, I totally thought I had picked a language none of you guys had. Darn it. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay.
It is totally
Nasty.
fine.
Okay. So, Rush, they hand you this amulet, and the thing you first notice about it before you even try to read it is it is incredibly... It feels heavier than it should. And Zisha, you would have noticed this too. Same with Samri if you actually held it. It feels heavier than it looks, basically. And Rush, as you are looking at the primordial scratched in the back, carved into the back, go ahead and give me a history check. It is because as you're beginning to look at it, you see it's not recent primordial that you're super familiar with. It's very old primordial.
And can I assist Rush?
Yeah. How do you want to?
Well, didn't you say it was like a plus our bonus?
Are you proficient in history?
Yeah.
Then Rush can roll with advantage.
Perfect.
Rush will also do a little sneak a toke real quick. Hang on. Okay. Total of 21.
Hey, you stare at it for a moment, trying super hard to kind of key out. You see little nuances that have been carried through primordial for generation after generation, so you're starting to get it. And it takes you a good few minutes of kind of racking your brain. What do you read it out loud, or do you kind of just read it in your head first?
While they're puzzling it out, it'll be internalized.
Okay, perfect. What you're kind of able to put together, you're confident that it is what you're thinking it is, but at the same time there is still some doubt because it is an ancient dialect of primordial. You catch the phrases, grant me strength, grant me speed, grant me power to do the deed. And then you see it says, where's the name I need? It doesn't say that. It says everything else, and then at the very bottom it says, praise be to Congo, Kongo, Bulzal, Bulzaal. And you can tell you're missing a few words here and there. Mm-hmm. But you're sure you have kind of a strong grasp that it's almost like some sort of prayer, possibly, or something like that.
Okay. So this is what I've got so far. Okay. It says, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Not really. It says, grant me strength, grant me speed. You know, like, just in case this, like, does something, maybe I should just write it down. Like,
That's fair.
Sometimes, like, if you say stuff, like, you guys ever heard of, like, Bloody Mary and, like, the mirrors, and you know?
No.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
So I'll just write it down, and then if you guys can just, like, keep watch for, like, 11-ish minutes, I could, like, see if this shit's magic.
Perfect.
Okay.
Dope. So yeah, Rush will write it down, set that to the side, and then start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Perfect. How does the ritual for Detect Magic look for Rush?
It's like low-key hacky sack.
You're just banging it around on your foot, doing some hacky sack tricks.
Oh my god.
I dig it.
That's amazing.
I dig it. That's so good. Love it. All right. At the end of about 10 to 11 minutes, you're kind of doing some nothing too flary, and then your final move's like you kick it up, you spin 3 times and catch it. I feel. Yeah. And as you catch it, it irradiates magic incredibly loud.
Definitely magic, guys. All right, do I know what school?
You get a hint of transmutation from it.
Transmutation.
Okay. Theory. This thing is like hella magic, and it's got stuff on the back, and it does transmutation, or it is. Maybe it does or it doesn't, but it's infused with transmutation magic. So, what if this turns you into one of those big gorilla guys?
That's what I was just thinking when you said that.
Mm-hmm, yeah, same page.
Yeah.
What if she's the big gorilla guy?
Yeah.
You lost me there a little bit, but maybe really good at hiding. If it's a big gorilla guy?
Like, what if she, like, carries this on her, and then she says the thing, and then poof, she's one of them.
Or maybe it's, well, no, summon is a different school, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be like
Conjuration.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that class. It's weird. Wizards really got into it, though.
As they do. Well, I think that maybe I should hold on to it for now and keep it safe and keep it away from her. We were going to put like a proxy a replacement into the bag.
Yeah, you should totally do that. That's a good idea.
Do you have any ideas on what we can use? Because we could not think of anything except for maybe a rock, but a rock doesn't really feel like the same as an amulet, so...
We've got these, like, big-ass coins from that guy, remember?
You are a genius. Okay.
That's right.
We'll just, like, stick a couple of them in there to take the place, right?
I mean, I would have thought of it a few seconds later, but... Yes.
Yeah, we're probably just, like, vibing on the same wave,
yes,
you know?
Yes, it was a joint effort. Okay.
All right.
And she'll...
All right, so you guys are going to put one of the coins from the Carnival Dream into their bag. Did you guys want to try and read any of the journal, any of the other notes you found, or kind of good now with her stuff?
If there's anything more on the weird, like, tabaxis, the tabaxi drawings, I'm curious about those. Zisha's curious about those.
You
Can
see...
I make like a quick sketch of that picture in my book?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And you guys watch as Samari kind of pulls out this flail that is literally a book wrapped in a chain as she quickly unchains it, opens it up. And Samari, this is the first time you've really, really wanted to like memorize something. Mm-hmm. And as you begin to write it down, you just get this urge of like, you may not even need to do that. And you take the picture and you put it in the book and you close the book for a second, open it back up, and it's perfectly replicated in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Fancy.
Also, while because detect magic is up for 10 minutes, Rush is just gonna kind of do a general sweep of the area that we're in, just to make sure no pings.
Okay.
Not like people's belongings and stuff. They don't care about that. They assume everyone has something on them that's magical.
Yeah.
But just like, you know, around the stones and the jungle and stuff.
Oof.
Okay. Are you gonna wander more up towards all the ruins, or are you staying kind of close to camp mainly?
We'll drift towards the ruins, but like not going, you know, more than, we'll say, 20 feet from everybody, because it's a dark jungle at night. Not wandering off.
I gotcha. As
Smart
you're
idea.
kind of wandering around, of course you got the ping. You get all the pings from everyone in your group, including Myra, who's sleeping. You get a similar ping as you have from the rest of the group. As you kind of wander up a little thicker, more into the thicker jungle parts, you get a very, very faint hint of magic. You can't quite pinpoint it as you kind of look. You're not sure if maybe it's just residual from some of the groups still being in the area, or if it is something around you. You get a sense it's and because of that you can't quite tell the school yet either. And it's basically kind of right as the 10 minutes fades away is when you get that ping.
All right. Then Rush will pop Nug out and just like, hey buddy, just hang right here and just like keep looking that way. Don't move. I'll be right back. And then go back and get like just using Nug as a place marker, and then go back to whisper to the others just to let them know.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Sweet. Yeah, so Rush tells you guys all this. Myra's still totally asleep and while Rush was doing this, you guys are probably looking at that picture a little bit more, and whatnot. I'm assuming one of you guys is probably flipping through the journal and loose papers. What you do see on the back of the photograph is you see the name Ivanka and Eva. And then in parentheses, you see the Fist Sisters ? And now that who's ever looking at the picture more, you notice it's not quite they posed for the picture. It gives off a very strong, this picture was taken secretly of these two tabaxis.
I'm gonna write their names also next to it. The picture in the book.
IVANKA and EVA.
Perfect.
And you notice the fur print of them is very cheetah-like. Literally, the spots are even identical between these two. You notice they both have about shoulder-length hair, and the only difference between them is one has the left side of their head shaved, the other one has the right side of their head. But like identical clothes, identical hair adornments and jewelry, everything.
Perfect. If there's any other like interesting notes or anything in the field notes related to the ruins or anything like that, I'm also going to copy those over, just generally to have.
All right. You see there's a few mentions of similar ruins in the Dalmanian dynasty, so you would have copied that over. You see a mention of a possible ruin, but not confirmed, in the Talnori kingdom, and also for a mention of a ruin in the Quirian province. You also will see there's various drawings of different animals, along with some kind of stats about them of various life on Palma Flora and other places they've been. So you can totally copy that over, and same thing, you just put it in the book, close it, and it's there.
Perfect.
And we'll out a game, I'll give you all the type of beast stats you get from that and whatnot.
Excellent.
And as are you going through the journal, or is someone else to do? Everything you got was mainly loose leaf note.
I think Zisha was pawing through the journal.
Yeah.
Okay. For the most part, Zisha, what you see in the journal is typical, like, today this, that we found this, blah, blah, blah. You're kind of skimming through it. You see, you get a sense of worry from some of the entries of, you see one entry that says, he and I discovered the key to their power. And then you flip a few more pages. You see mention of something called Remnants of the Ape King. You see in the journal it's mentioned a couple times and underlined in a few different spots. And you see that Palma Flora, according to the notes, that Myra is pretty confident that at least one of these remnants is here on the island. And you see the final note you see basically before you get to the etchings and the rubbings from the ruins where you guys are is something about, I fear they know we're here on the island. I fear they're on our trail.
Guys, I think she is a good guy. But also, she did not tell us any of this, really. Not entirely, so... And she did not say she had the amulet, which could be bringing them to us. We don't know. We don't know anything about her or any of this stuff. So...
She doesn't know she has the amulet?
The way that it was in the bag, I think she knows.
Unless it was her husband's bag.
Could just ask her.
Yes.
Myra!
No, I mean...
Oh no, sorry guys.
Do you just say Myra out loud?
Also, Rush did come back and say there was a magic pain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, then we should wake her up anyway, so it's fine.
Fine, we have your stuff and there's something magic about. So
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Good time. Be a
All right.
party.
At about this time, I'd say it's probably just before midnight when you guys decide to wake Myra up. At this point, before you guys fully wake her up, you see plenty of stars in the clearing, and you do notice 2 moons in the night sky as Zisha says Myra kind of loud. And you see Myra stirs for a little bit and kind of rubs her eyes a little bit.
She just hurriedly gets the journal in Somri's lap.
I'll say you guys are about like 20 feet away, so it will be hard for her. She's kind of looking around, and you see her kind of rubbing her eyes.
I'm gonna like shove the journal back in the bag and be like, oh wait, no. I'm going to throw the journal and the bag in different directions.
Okay.
The magic entity did it. We don't know. We all just woke up.
You see Myra kind of rubbing her eyes, and you hear, not loud, but kind of like half awake, Is everything okay?
Nope. Things are bad.
What's wrong? Do we need to run?
Rush. There was a magical entity, right?
It's a magic something. That way,
Yeah.
Nug has got eyes on it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It's not fine, but like I would know where it's at.
It moved everything around and then it went
away.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, she's disoriented. So are all of us.
Yeah.
I'm still half asleep. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Do we need to go check out the magical entity? I'm not sure why I'm awake.
No,
It's
we just need to
still
collect
night.
all of our things. Like, we already got most of our stuff because we've been awake for like a minute, but then we thought, oh, we should wake Myra up because all of her stuff is scattered everywhere too. So, yeah.
At which point, Myra's like, okay, and grabs the bag behind her, and she sees it, and goes ahead and opens it. This isn't my bag.
Oh my gosh.
Where's my bag?
I don't know. There's strange entity. That's
You
where
don't
mine
understand.
Is?
Where is my bag?
You have my bag? Why do you have my bag? Did you steal it?
I had my bag last night when I fell asleep.
And it's still that night.
It is.
Anyways,
night
we can
still,
go look
yeah.
for it. Like, that's
Yeah.
why we woke you up.
Okay. Yeah, she'll hold Zisha's bag for a minute, looking back at Zisha. Are you trying to play? You're obviously trying to like play off that. You have no idea what happened, right? I'm assuming. I don't know how Zisha's acting, feeling right in this moment.
She is currently accusing Myra of stealing her bag.
Okay.
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. At which, I'm trying to think how to play this.
Why do you have my
Myra-
bag? That has all of
I'm
my
gonna
things in it.
How did your bag get behind me when I fell asleep and put my journal in my bag before I fell asleep?
I don't know. Why is my bag under you? Why did you take it? There's nothing like that valuable anyway.
I'm gonna walk
You
around
would have
to
seen
where
me
I
take
tucked
it
the
if you were
bag.
on the first watch.
No, because all the bags look the same, really.
I have a bag.
And it's dark. Do you have a bag?
I have a bag. I'm gonna hold up a bag.
Okay. Myra just tosses your bag to you, Zisha. Still kind of half asleep, so they're not really kind of putting everything together. She walks over to Somri and asks to see the bag. And you watch as she opens it up. So the only thing you guys didn't put back in was the journal, right?
The amulet.
And
That's what we kept.
the amulet, and then Somri threw
So
the
toss
journal off, and
I tossed the journal a different way.
Yeah.
okay. You see them rummage through the bag, and then you watch as they turn their back as they're kind of looking through stuff. And
I'm gonna keep
you
walking
hear-
the perimeter as well, like I'm looking for things. And
Yeah.
eventually I know I'll come across the journal, so.
And Zisha's putting on a huge show of like searching through her bag and making sure nothing's missing. So
okay. Zisha, go ahead and give me your Actually, same with Samri and anyone else. Go ahead and give me your performance check to try and.
Oh, I'm still sitting there.
Okay, so Aurora's
Slightly
like half
dazed.
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really, I think just Samri and Zisha, because I feel Rush is like more focused on the magical peeing than anything else.
Rush keeps just like thumbing back towards Nug, just like, we're not gonna still. Okay.
Okay.
I got a 23.
Okay. What did Samri get?
I got a 15.
Okay, you guys are totally fine. You look convincing enough. As you're kind of making your way around Samri and Zisha, as you like finish faux playing through your bag, you hear this gasp of shock come from Myra, of panic basically, as you hear her say, no, where is it? And you see her dumping out her bag trying to find something.
Where is what? Can we look? Can we help you look? What is missing?
So, like, this is one of those moments where it's so hard for me not to be like, oh, they're just going to accuse you of stealing it. But, you hear her say, I can't find, my journal. I can't find my journal. That's all.
Oh, your journal. We can all look.
I'm still like walking the perimeter. Have I found it at this point?
Yeah, I would say you kind of made your way over to her journal on purpose.
To where you threw it.
Where could it be? Oh, it's. I think I found it. Maybe. There's also some papers and stuff over here as well.
Oh, thank you, so much. She basically kind of runs over to you and grabs them from you and whatnot, and she puts them in her bag. You see she is still very, very panicky looking, though.
Zisha is going to take a few paces around, kind of make a show of looking around in the other direction where Samri hasn't looked yet. And then kind of pull the amulet out of her pocket and let it fall on the ground, and then stoop and pick it up and say, "Oh, is this yours?"
She turns, and right as she turns, kind of the clouds leave the night sky to let the area kind of get full with moonlight as it hits the amulet, just to glit a little bit. And she's like, "Can I please have that back? You have no idea how important that is."
Oh, do you want to explain?
My head
Once it's in my hands, I will. To be fair, I don't know you all, and I understand you don't know me. But what you have in your hand is something I need in my possession, please.
Sounds like you are maybe cursed or something to want it. I've run into that before. It's okay.
And real quick, did you actually hold on? We might have to retcon a little bit. Did you guys put one of the coins in her bag?
I don't think we ever actually did it. Did we?
Can't remember.
I think that was an
I don't
idea,
know.
but I
don't know who did it.
I don't think, unless one of you guys said you did it. I didn't.
Okay.
I think it was just an idea that we tossed around.
I think it's because we haven't put the stuff back in before we.
Yeah.
Myra.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Actually,
that's
no,
totally
it's
fine.
totally okay because it's less suspicious this way.
Okay, perfect. Look, I will answer any questions you have. I just personally need that in my possession. You don't know what you have with you right now.
No, I don't. Please explain before I give it back to you, because we don't know you, like you said. And this, it has the face of an ape on it. and it's really creepy. So if you have an explanation, it would be nice to hear it before we give something that could, possibly kill us back to you.
It also seems kind of magic-y, probably. It's just my gut instinct, just, from over here.
You see Myra kind of contemplates in her head for a little bit and takes a deep breath. Fine. That ape face on there is the hold on, sorry, trying to stop the music for a second. Is not just an ape face. It's actually the face man, where so many pages on one note. That is the face of the demon lord Congo Bazul, the ape demon, which is the ape that the white ape warriors are trying to awaken. I believe that that amulet you have, that is mine, that I found or more stole, I believe it has something to do with the appearance of the white apes. I'm not sure exactly how. All I know is I was able to take it off of one of them back on the mainland, and it's kind of has what led me here. I don't know if it's a key to get into somewhere, or if it's some sort of amulet that changes them, or what have you. Truthfully, my husband probably has more theories about it than I do even.
I'm gonna insight her.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Rush will also.
Only a 14.
Yeah.
Also a 14.
You both get this. You notice that she is incredibly calm telling you all of this. There is a sense of... There's no real sense of falsality. Like, you both know when someone's not sure of what they're telling you. There's nervousness, and you're not getting a sense of nerves from her at all.
So she's like really, really confident in everything that she's saying.
Yeah.
Well, Myra, if you want, I could try to detect if there's a school of magic on the amulet for you, and that might help with your theories.
I don't know if interacting with other magic might do something with it. I am totally fine with it, but as you've all encountered the apes, I would hate for there to be some sort of side effect from casting magic on it. The white apes, as from what I've known, and I think what I've relayed, is they want to get rid of spellcasters. So for all I know, there could be a booby trap on anyone that casts a spell on it, and I'd hate for that to happen.
Yeah, that would suck. That's good thinking.
That would be not ideal.
Well, can I just take a gander at it? Maybe.
Yes, that's fine, as long as I please have it back in my possession after Rush looks at it.
Why do you want it so badly? Why do you want to have it on your person so badly?
That way, if the white apes are tracking it, they're only tracking me and no one else.
You're traveling with us.
You're with us.
Yeah.
I understand, but I'm not sure if they're able to locate it itself. It's just something I found that I believe will help.
Do you have reason to believe that they're tracking you through this? Is this why you think that your husband was taken?
Yes.
Well, that's easy.
But I can't imagine they can... Sorry. I can't imagine they'd be able to track magically, since they have such a affrontment to magic and spellcasting. But like I said, I don't know enough about this amulet. I'm hoping that whatever we find here can give us more answers. This has been... The lead here to Palma Flora has been the biggest lead in all of research me and my husband have been trying to find.
Who gave you the lead to come here?
It was various bits and scraps of rumors and stories and things we found in other ruins in the Delamain Dynasty, basically.
Mm.
You said you stole
And
this? Like, where'd you steal it from?
Well, you see, my village in the north of the Delamain Dynasty was attacked by the White Apes. They come in and they basically say surrender and be enslaved or join or die. They don't give choices, and they overrun you in a matter of hours. They're not something to be trifled with.
Gotcha. And then Rush will go over to Zisha and make a show of looking over at the amulet. Like, oh, whoa, there's like primordial on the, I speak that crazy, right?
What?
Do you know there's
That's
like a description-y, like, I don't know, like prayer or invocation or something on the back here? Wild.
I did know that, actually.
That's good. So, like, if it does do transformy stuff, like you were thinking, based on your theories, then, like, maybe, like, saying this, so, like, don't say it. Maybe that's, like, the trigger, you know? You're a smart lady. That's a great theory you've got.
And that's kind of what me and my husband have thought, is why we haven't obviously read it out loud.
That's good.
We have it written. My husband, in his journal, has the full transcription of what's written on the back. Can I please have it back? You have in Primordial what it says, and then Rush's like rough translation.
Yeah.
No.
Zisha will look between the rest of the group and raise an eyebrow, like, what do
I'm
you
okay
think?
with it. Like, I don't think she's gonna.
I don't know. She's not gonna let it go if we don't.
Well, and I don't think she's gonna just like turn into something and probably attack us over it. Unless she'll attack us for not getting it back. It seems more likely.
It's also a possibility. Giant goose.
Oh, not the geese.
As you guys are kind of mulling it over, Myra speaks up a little louder, and you see her kind of stand up a little straighter. I really don't want to have to ask for it back again.
Is that a threat?
Yes.
Well, that'd be stupid to, like, fight with us out here and the White Apes lady. Like, just, like, let's everybody just chill for, like, a solid second.
We also still need to go look for Nug, right?
As how my bag wasn't behind me when I fell asleep. And she's looking right at Zisha this entire time. I'm curious as to why you found the amulet suddenly.
Look, all of your stuff was scattered all over the place. And I understand that...
And how, if my stuff was scattered, was there a bag behind my head? You're right. I am a smart lady, as your friend Rush says. Mm-hmm. And I'm more awake now. I can put pieces together. I understand you don't trust me. Not stupid. I offered to help you because my husband was kidnapped. I offered to lend you information that I think could help save the village from the scourge of the White Apes. So you want to tell me why you're trying to lie to me and tell me that some magical entity scattered my belongings when really what I'm thinking happened is you didn't trust me. You swapped out your bag, points at Zisha, for mine.
That's nice, but there still actually is a magical entity we need to go figure out.
Yeah,
I
seriously do still need to do that.
I stand up and I do a stretch and say, you're correct. We didn't trust you. We needed to know more, and you weren't being forthcoming with us. So you can either come along with us and finish up, or you can go back to town. That's your option. But we have stuff we gotta do out here.
Are you trying to be intimidating? That's like DM question.
Slightly, yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll for it.
Yes.
Look, you're right. Do it or don't. We don't care.
That is
We could,
17.
Keep arguing.
17?
Yeah.
You see that Myra does not break eye contact with Zisha at all. As you say this, for a split second, you watch as her eyes shift over to your Aurora and kind of gives you a once-over. Well, perhaps if you had asked questions, I would have gladly answered them.
True.
I've got a question.
But-
Can we
This
go
moment
check
in
out this
time-
fucking thing
Yeah.
over here?
I'm
Yeah.
going with you. I'm like going with Rush.
I was about to
Like,
say.
I'm just gonna.
I was like,
I will
yes, we got to go see Duck.
I will continue with you, but please give me back my amulet.
I don't even know. Does Rush still have it?
No, Zisha
Okay.
has it.
Like,
That's fine.
Zisha will hold it up and just drop it on the ground next to her. Okay.
You see. All right. Myra quickly moves over, grabs it, and puts it in her bag.
Zisha has this like curled lip sneer on her face, and I think she's taller than Myra by like probably a fair amount. She's
A
definitely
full
like,
foot.
yeah, looking
full
like
foot.
straight down her nose at that woman. Like, you are nothing but dirt, basically. That kind of look.
Nice.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, and then you guys are going to move to the magical aura, or in the direction.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then, like, we still need to like rest. Like, this is not resource savvy. I would
No.
say.
No, I know. Rush.
No.
Let's go
Let's get
Let's
Nug.
go get Nug.
But also, should we be sleeping if there is a magic thing nearby?
Well, that's why we got to do this before we could, like,
Yeah,
do the other
Actually,
thing.
go back and rest again. Because I get
Alright.
super cranky.
You guys
without
quickly get to
sleep.
where Nug is. You notice Myra stays behind you guys a few feet away from you, not really getting close.
That's her prerogative. Oh. Brain?
All right, so you guys easily get right to where Nug is. Are you gonna re-ritual cast, or just cast it? Identify or detect? I guess detect.
You know what? Well, just because Rush thinks everybody does just need a minute to like breathe, they get their hacky sack back out. Like, just give me a couple seconds here. Just, everybody like chill, take a breath, and like maybe like think happy thoughts. I'll be with you shortly.
Perfect. 10 minutes pass. You do some really cool behind the back hacky sack for the ritual. And again, everyone, and it's a range of 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, for 10 minutes.
Okay. So you get all the pings of everyone in your group, including Myra, and you get the familiar ping of the amulet and everything. You move up to where Nug is, and you feel that you get that same familiar ping, and it's still so incredibly faint. You're not sure if it's like just some ancient old thing of magic that's beginning to fade and linger, but you're just go ahead and give me an Arcana check while you have it on there.
Okay.
That way.
Oh, and as Rush does this, they will look back over their shoulder towards Myra and just be like, "Just so you know, it's transmutation." And then
Love it.
3.
3?
Yeah.
3.
Arcana
Okay.
is not Rush is
Okay.
nature based.
Your Rush is just kind of not sure if what the first ping was actually there, and you're also not sure if the ping is being muddled by everyone else. Like, you even kind of scoot them out. You tell them all kind of to back up before the 10 minutes is up, and it's so small of a thing that you're confident. I would think Rush would kind of be confident of, like, either A, it's a really, really strong aura that's incredibly far away that we're just picking up residuals, or it's something super old and ancient, or that is, like, super barely magical anymore.
Okay, so now that we're all out here and we've had a moment to, like, cool our jets and, like, just chill, I'm happy to report it's either super old and weak and doesn't matter, or too far away and powerful that only future us probably has to worry about it. But, like, right now, us, totally fine.
Tomorrow us can worry about it later.
That's true.
Nug doesn't see anything.
Let me check. No, because that would be a 7.
Okay. Yeah, Rush doesn't see anything. Rush is just kind of happily looking off in the dark.
Nug, yeah.
Which direction was that again, Rush?
Can
you kind of?
Yeah, it was that way. That.
Okay, I'm gonna send Luna out in the bat form.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a perception check for.
That is a 19.
All right. Luna flaps and flies away. And are you going into their eyes or just having them report back?
I'm going to go into their eyes just
okay.
To get a
what
better
you
sense.
See with kind of the echolocation of Luna platform and stuff is you get this kind of rough 3D map, and you don't see anything that, like, worries you. You can tell there's trees, there's actually some more what seem to be ruins up ahead from you where you guys are currently at. But other than that, it seems to be nothing magical heading, no creatures, nothing heading towards you guys.
Okay. All right, then I'll snap back out of her. I'm gonna go with the lesser magical because there is nothing out there at this moment.
You know, like, this, like, remember this spot. It might be, like, a cool site for, like, a dig for your archaeology stuff, you know, when there's not, like, crazy ape demons.
Killing things, yeah.
Myra, you just see Myra kind of nod. Can I go back to sleep now? Without my belongings being rummaged?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll see you all in the morning. And you see she goes completely to the other side of the ruins you guys found. She's a full, like, 20, 25 feet or where you guys have set up camp. She finds a little L-shaped kind of ruin, shoves her bag in that corner, and sets against it. And, like, is setting up as she falls asleep.
Very quietly, he's just gonna say, I hope she gets picked off in the night.
Hey, whose shift is it?
It would be Aurora's this time.
Okay.
I think you and I, Aurora. So I'll
Okay.
stay up with you.
Thank you, because somebody's gonna need to keep me awake.
Fair.
Right. So as Rush and Zisha go ahead and lay down for the night, Aurora and Samri, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You're singing,
20.
I got a. Oh, nice. I got a
Dirty
10.
20. All right. Aurora, as you are kind of nodding in and out, kind of just trying to keep an eye out of everything, you just kind of look up at the night sky and you see, like I said, the two bright moons. You watch as you see a couple shooting stars cross the night sky. Samri, you don't really see anything. Your guys' watch passes without any incident.
Okay.
So it will be Rush's turn.
My turn to sleep.
Yes. Sleep time.
All right.
Rush.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, see, this is actual like dawn time.
Yes. Yes, it is. Have a good watch. I'm going to sleep. Night.
And Rush will summon Nug to assist with the watch.
All right.
That's very appropriate music for Nug to be assisting.
All right, go ahead and give me that perception roll with advantage. Or if you want Rush to have their own.
Nah. That's a 26.
All right, you are watching as the last little remnants of true night begin to fade as the two moons start to go beyond the tree line, and you see the first couple rays of sunlight begin to poke through the top of the jungle. You watch as you get this alert from Nug in your head of something going on at the pond, to which you turn your head and you watch as all the steam begins to kind of coalesce and collide in the middle, and then it kind of falls and fades away, and standing in the middle of the pond you see this radiant, gorgeous humanoid figure. From how far away you are, you can't really make out any details. But you don't get a sense of danger. In fact, once you see the shape, you get a sense of welcoming and almost beckoning for you to approach.
Okay. Real quick, does it look like it has clothing on? Because if it looks nude, then Rush will look away. You
Can't
privacy.
tell at this point.
Okay.
What you do see is the steam seems to kind of be
Okay.
shrouding them, almost draped over them, but you can't really tell.
All right. And this is towards the end of the watch?
Right in the middle, kind of.
Yeah.
Like middle, but more towards the end. It's not right at the end.
Myra went to bed early, so Rush will just like nudge Myra, just be like, "Hey, there's like a lake steam spirit I'm gonna go talk to. So if you could just like keep an ear out, that'd be cool."
That's all you get from Myra.
All right, Nug. And I'll put Nug like right beside Zisha's face because she seems like the easiest one to wake up.
Probably true.
Yeah. If shit gets weird, wake this one up. Yeah.
Chirps at you. I don't know if turtles chirp, but Nug does.
Nug can chirp. And
Okay.
yeah, so Druid will go
All right.
check it out.
And now Rush dies. No, just kidding.
Yeah. New character.
Rush,
All right, guys.
as you approach Rush, you again get this sense of warmth and welcoming, and a sense of love kind of washes over you. And in your head, you hear a voice going, Rush, my child. Do not understand you are in the presence of the Ocean Mother. And as you get to the edge of the pond, you can see now this gorgeous humanoid shape of actually water, and the steam itself is kind of draped over kind of like a robe and tunic and toga type thing. It's just constantly changing. And you watch as the shape kind of waves their hand over the water, and the steam kind of begins to form an actual walkway on top of the water. Come forth. We have much to talk about.
Well, you're actually, this is great. Like, hi, big fan. Sure. It's totally like the thing that happens.
You step on the steam, kind of convinced you're gonna fall through at first, but it
definitely
solid.
does like the toe tap.
Tiptoe. You feel it's 100% solid. You're not going anywhere, and you make your way forward. And as you get closer, you watch as the water begins to kind of fall off this humanoid shape, and you see standing before you this beautiful, actually elven figure before you. Of this, their skin, however, isn't the typical elven skin. It's very deep bluish, almost reminiscent of your own skin color. And their hair's this gorgeous, like, seaweedy green, waist-length hair. They go, so nice to actually meet you finally. I was wondering if this would ever happen.
But, like, you might have, like, the wrong person. I'm just, like, a kid from town, but super honored to meet you. Totally. So, like, you're physically here? Like, do you have like another form that's like still out in the ocean being chill?
I am wherever there is water that connects to the sea. I am ever present in those who are followers of mine.
Well, that's me. So it's like, really, this is wild. My mom's gonna flip.
The form you see before you is not what I look like anymore, obviously. I'm more ambiguous than that, but this form you see before you was my mortal form many, many, many moons ago. And I gave up my mortal form to save Vuuldonia, so all that time ago. And Rush, and as they say this, the Ocean Mother takes her hands and places them on your shoulders, and you feel this magic just kind of pulse through you for a second, and you watch as these seaweed and shells that were on the mariner's armor breastplate that you got from your mom begin to fall off as these other turtle shells and fish scales kind of begin to come up through the water and onto it and essentially change your armor. You still see some of the fish nets there and all that stuff. And she goes, that is much more fitting for you than the previous armor.
That's really nice. Nice of you. Thanks.
Well, if you are going to be a child of the ocean, you must look the part. Rush, I must say, you have taken the first steps on a journey that even I am not sure of how far it will reach. I do know this. The adventure you are on with the people you have beside you will shape the very world as we know it. Have faith in yourself, your abilities. Have faith in those you call your friends. Oh, sorry. One quick pause. Sorry, guys.
That was a dramatic cellular call.
That was the Ocean Mother.
What's that?
Your future is calling.
Stop polluting me.
I'm really sorry.
Sorry about ruining the drama. It was my pizza. Anyway, so the
Pizza
ocean
is important.
Pizza's really important. The Ocean Mother
the
has
Ocean
called.
Mother,
Pizza's here.
right? The Ocean Mother says, you know, have faith in yourself and your abilities. Have faith for those you call your friends. And to remember that those that which seem evil or mean or dark may not be that by choice. The ocean itself can be a dark, treacherous, deadly place. Other times it can be tranquil and calm and beautiful. So just keep that in mind. And as she says that, her body kind of drops back into the water, and you kind of blink a little bit, and you are back on the land. And we'll take a break right there.
Sweet.
All right, guys. So we will be back in 15 minutes. We'll see you then. All right. Back. So before the break, Rush, you had a lovely one-on-one with the personification of the ocean mother. And as her body morphed and fell back into water, then you kind of were just taken back by it. You found yourself back on solid ground, just kind of on the edge of the Opal Spring. At this point, you're seeing a lot more sunlight beginning to break the top of the canopy of trees, as now it begins to be basically the end of your watch. What would you like to do?
Guess look around for some breakfast.
Okay.
And,
Easy enough.
You know, just sort of like checking out the new additions on the armor.
Right.
Summons Nug to tell Nug about, you know, what just happened. So.
Sweet. As you begin to kind of look over your armor, you find breakfast again, no problem. You actually see where you had picked the water berries from. More had, like, even more have grown in their place, almost as if the ocean's mother's presence, like, revitalized them and increased them. With the addition of your armor, the mechanical things we've discussed are 100% in effect now. So that is for any aquatic wild shape you take, it will increase their armor by 2. For all other wild shapes, it will increase their armor by 1. And your innate swimming speed increases by 10.
Sweet.
And it is now called the Matron Breastplate, which I'm working on homebrewing on the lovely D&D Beyond. Perfect. And you still get the benefit, like if you're underwater and you get knocked unconscious, you'll float to the surface. That didn't go away. Sweet. All right, you gather up all the food. At this point, Samri, Aurora, and Zisha, you're all kind of beginning to stir awake. You notice Myra is kind of already awake, but she's more into the jungle, the trees, looking at some of the ruins and stuff.
All right, rise and shine, guys. We got gorilla demons to fight, and talked to my god like a minute ago. That was crazy. Like, she knew my name and everything. Like, the name I like to go by, not the one my mom calls me.
Oh.
Like, she made my armor all fancy.
I was just
And you guys,
shiny and new.
where'd you got
yeah. And now in the early morning rays, you guys see that all the shells and scales that are new on the armor, with the sunlight, turn gorgeous, like iridescent, pearlescent, like rainbow colors as kind of Rush moves around.
Fancy, right?
It is super fancy.
Oh, shit. I should have
got a
asked her
spin?
about the gorillas. I didn't even think of it.
Oh.
My bad, guys.
That's okay. I mean, you were talking to your god, so
Yeah,
that
it's
kind
crazy.
of just throws everything else out the mind hole.
For real.
Mind hole.
It looks nice.
Thank you. I'm digging it. It's a good look. I'm pretty sure I was fairly smooth during the whole thing, but
I'm sure.
Rush is one smooth operator. As you guys are making some more grubs and berries for breakfast, again, Rush finds enough that you guys don't need to mark down that you've used a ration. As you guys are finishing up eating, about an hour or so later, you hear Myra off in the distance goes, I think you're all going to want to see this. I I think it's a pretty important thing.
I'm gonna head that direction.
Zisha looks immediately grumpier.
She is still here.
She will, if everyone else goes, she will trail at the back of the group. If one person stays behind, she'll stay with the person who stays behind.
I'll probably stay behind with our stuff.
Rush will, lope over. What's up?
Okay. I found this and I'm not sure exactly what it means. And you watch as she's standing by this rather large clump of what had looked to appeared to be a tree, but she kind of starts grabbing at some of the loose pieces of moss and whatnot, and you see this gorgeous, while weathered statue begin to be exposed. It seems to be a trail marker or of some sort or something. There's something written on here that seems to kind of give directions, maybe, or some sort of puzzle, perhaps. I'm not too sure myself. I was hoping some extra set of eyes could help me figure it out.
Let me take a
Nug
look
is
at
great
it.
at puzzles.
I'm gonna see what it says.
All right. As Myra finishes wiping all the moss and stuff away, you see at the base of this statue, which is again this time it's a looks almost kind of like a carving of the Ocean Mother, Rush, but slightly different in the sense of not quite elven features. And you see on the bottom towards what would be, and you notice it's only like a bust statue. So at the bottom you see a bunch of different carvings of various jungle animals, all kind of laid out perfectly in a line, and you see Aurora, you see 3 lines of writing, and they say, or you see a whole bunch of writing, sorry, and it says, "To find the lost city, you must be like those that inhabit the jungle. Choose wisely, and the doors of the lost city will open. Choose poorly, may you fall into a depression of failure." And you see at the bottom of it, it says, and this is all in common on this one. This is, it says, "Be as swift as the great jungle cat to spot the path forward, the correct path forward. Be as silent as the reptile to slide by the guardians long forgotten. Be as strong as the true king of the jungle to climb down the ancient earthen trees."
Okay, repeat that again.
Be as swift as the great jungle cat to spot the correct path forward. Be as silent as the reptile to slide by the guardians long forgotten. Be as strong as the true king of the jungle to climb down the ancient earthen trees.
Okay, so like I can do like 1 shift right now, and then I'll need like an hour break, and then I could shift a couple more times after that if it's just like you need somebody to be like animals. But maybe it's not literal.
Yeah, it might not be literal. I don't.
And you were hanging back, right, Samri?
Yeah, I'm with Sisha back at our
Okay.
campsite.
Okay.
The top part, it says to find the lost city, you must be like those of the animals of the jungle. It's not the exact translation, but you must be like them.
Okay. I mean, I can get pretty like them, but that doesn't really help you guys.
No. But I think we have to be either as strong or as quiet or as quick.
Sounds like
it. Myra's kind of just looking over it, and she goes, I wonder if it has something to do with these animal carvings here at the base.
Rush will squat down. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Starts knocking some of the moss and stuff away.
You start to see 6 different animals appear under the moss. You see a crude drawing of what appears to be a leopard. You see a crude drawing of what appears to be a tiger. You see a crude drawing of what appears to be some sort of lizard. You see a drawing of what appears to be a snake. You see a crude drawing of what appears to be a lion. And also what appears to be, again, a gorilla/ape.
Okay, so...
And at this point, Myra's made her way kind of behind the statue to just kind of examine it some more.
So I'm thinking leopard because you got to spot stuff and they have spots.
Yeah.
And then snake because it said slide and they're like, they shimmy.
Slither, yeah.
Yeah. And then
They shimmy specifically.
and then what was that last thing? What is it? You get strong.
True king of the jungle to climb down.
Be as strong as the true king of the jungle to climb down the ancient earthen trees.
I mean, I want to say ape on that because, like, lions aren't super... I mean, they climb trees. They could totally do that. I've seen them, like, rest up there. But that's not, like, what they're known for.
No. And I don't think a lion lives in this type of jungle.
I mean, like, small ones. I mean, like, still big enough to, like, eat a person, but they're not, like savanna cats. They're, like, more compact.
Okay. Maybe ape then.
Like, really, like, king of the jungle for lions is a bit of, like, kind of a misnomer, if you ask me.
Yeah. Do those look... Rush, can you tell if those look more carved out? Like, can you push them?
Poke.
In order?
Do you poke one of them?
Poke the leopard.
You touch it, and for a split second, nothing happens, and then you hear as it sinks in about an inch.
Oh, we should probably get the other guys before I poke these other ones.
Yeah. Let's yeah. Samri!
What?
Sisha! Come here!
What?
We need you. Come here.
Oh, okay.
Grab the gear.
All right, I'm gonna like shove all the gear that's left over just in a pack, and just like shove it.
Yeah.
Head over.
All right. Once everyone is gathered, then poke snake.
Again, you press it, and for a second, nothing happens, and then it sinks in an inch.
See, stuff is going on. All right, we're feeling good about ape. I mean, I know like apes are kind of like the bad guys right now, but maybe they're not.
There's a lot of ape-related stuff around here too. So.
And the Ocean Mother did say to like keep in mind that sometimes stuff is bad not because it wants to be. So, yeah.
Okay.
Poke the ape.
Yeah, go ahead and push the ape.
Whoa.
Again, Rush, you reach out and you touch it, and for a second nothing happens, and then finally, and you watch as it sinks in an inch, the statue begins to sink, and you hear the ground, and you feel the ground begin to shake, and all of a sudden you hear the sound of rushing water behind you guys as the statue sinks, just so the base where you pushed in everything is below ground, and it stops.
Nice. So
Need to find a path.
And you're still feeling the ground shake and move, and you're still hearing the rushing water behind you guys.
Do you
Okay.
think that like getting down to the level of a big cat would help us find the path?
or like going back to the lake that's probably emptying out right now.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of noise.
Fair.
What makes you think that?
Fair point.
Just that's where my mind went.
Oh my gosh. I can just see Somri and Aurora like getting down on all fours like, we gotta be cats, guys. We gotta be cats. And Russia's just like, you idiots, look behind us.
Literally.
Look. I don't know what's going on. I just showed up with all of our stuff, so.
Yeah, we just got here. Okay?
We just got here, guys. Throwing out ideas.
Oh, that's great. Oh, good times. Woo! That made me laugh.
So the stoner solved your puzzle, and we're gonna.
Perfect. Well, I mean, I made it so kindergartners could solve it, so.
So thank you.
Thank
What
you.
did I say about Somri?
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head back and look at the pond?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys turn and head back towards the pond and make your way there within obviously a few minutes because you're not that far away. And what you notice is that there is still water in the pond. It does look like it's gone down a little bit, but what you mainly notice, Rush, you'd probably kind of look at it first, is the area you had walked out on the water on that steam pathway.
Mm-hmm.
There is no water there, and you're watching as the water's like kind of being pushed away from there, essentially, almost by like it's falling into a hole somewhere or something's going on. And as you guys approach, you see that these steps have appeared on the edge of the bank and are going down into the pond, and the water's like water falling into it. So like think kind of like parting of the Red Sea, walls of water with stairs going down in between it.
All right, let's go, guys.
All right,
That's
I'm gonna
path we
follow
got.
Rush.
Well,
Yeah.
there we
Myra, you wanna hang out up here while we go here, or what's your deal?
There is no
What's your
response
deal?
from Myra. Myra doesn't respond at all.
The bitch ran away, didn't she?
I mean,
It
her
was
funeral.
just behind the stove, but okay. I look around. I look back just to see if I can see where she's at.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Aurora.
$16.
You look around in the tree line to see if you can see her, and you don't see her. And as you're about to turn back, and you're turning back to like head back towards like the pond, the few steps away from it, in your peripheries, you see this massive silhouette just kind of catch your glance deep, far enough away where you can't make out how big it was, but you see this huge silhouette that like disappears. You're not even sure if you really saw it.
Yeah, I think she's gone. Let's go.
I mean, we did tell her that like she could stay or go, and it was cool. So
No, I thought I
Good
saw
riddance.
an ape in the distance.
man, so I was
Oh.
right. She turned into one. Told you
Yeah.
guys.
I should never have given her that
And you're
amulet
not-
back. Why did you all say that it was okay?
I'm not positive it was an ape. It was just a quick.
It was peer
Glance.
pressure. I never would have given it back if you guys hadn't told me.
It's fine. I'm sure we'll run into her again and get the amulet back at some point.
But let's
I bet it
go
possesses
down instead of
makes
staying
her
up
do
here
it.
for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's what I think, Rush.
Yeah. I mean, the Ocean Mother did say the thing about, like, sometimes bad is not going to be, they put her city is down
Yeah.
here, so we should go. And I just saw her here, so, like, this
Okay,
has to be good.
we're going.
Walk,
I
walk,
just-
walk, walk.
Hope that a
All right.
horde of creepy apes doesn't follow us down, is all.
Yeah, that'd be great
You
for that not to happen.
you guys begin to make your way down these steps, and within about half an hour, it begins to wind down. Like, you can barely see the light from the opening anymore, and this entire time, it's just straight down. The water is still somehow cascading beside you, and then the stairs turn, and as the last one of you hit basically that bottom landing where the stairs turn, you hear as the stairs begin to go back up and the water gets cut off. It is pitch black. You guys are.
Oh, there goes our exit.
On the plus side, the apes can't really follow us down here.
That's true.
True.
Oh. Are we losing or are we winning? Remains to be seen.
Do any of us need a torch? Or are we all good?
I think we all have. Do we have torches?
I believe you guys all got some.
I can see fine. Well, not fine,
I got dark vision.
but but okay, I can see
I
mostly
didn't know
okay.
if anybody else.
So do you guys light some torches, or?
Oh yeah. Well,
No, hang on.
I was like,
Before
I
we
don't
do
actually think. Do we need to?
I mean, I have dark vision.
Me too.
Rush, like, kind of cracks their knuckles and is like, hang on, I got this. And whoever doesn't have dark vision,
Which I think is just Rush.
fine. Rush cast dark vision on themselves then. For the next 8 hours, can see in the dark.
Perfect.
Boom.
All right, you guys begin making your way down more stairs, and what you're able to make out are intricate carvings. It's a very tight stairwell. You're basically able to only go single file. You see gorgeous carvings of jungle life, and some primordial images of creatures crawling out of the water and morphing and changing to be adaptable on land, as on a barren island, as then jungles begin to sprout up, mountains begin to sprout up, and then and you go down these stairs for about an hour just winding back and forth, and then when you come to the bottom of the landing, the room opens up, and as the last one of you crosses this threshold, watch as this brilliant kind of blue luminescent light begins to just slowly pulse and light up wherever you step, and then it just kind of shoots out across the ground as this luminescent moss kind of just lights up this whole gigantic cavern you're in, that have these strange twisted trees all about them, that almost put on like humanoid silhouettes as the light kind of finishes lighting up, and the room is very much dim light, but you guys are able to actually see shades of color now because it's lit up.
Hey.
Supposed to climb down?
Yeah.
Do we see a place where to climb down?
You don't. All these ancient looking trees and stuff that you can see seem to be rooted into the ground and go up to basically, and almost like now that you are able to look at more, Rush, you'd actually be able to see it a little bit better with your passive perception. It looks like, in fact, these trees that you see are actually just trunks that extend through the roof of the cavern, and then their root system is actually the cavern floor, almost as if in the jungle somewhere these trees are actually out through the ground.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Well,
And you do notice too, with on the ground, you see there are small clearings of the moss where it just shows dirt and rock, and they kind of curve off in different ways, all leading to the far end of the cavern. Much like a snake path.
yeah. So we should shimmy along.
So we should shimmy.
the
So
moss
now,
path.
now's the time for us to get on the ground and take on the persona of the animal. Right now, it's the right time.
Zisha looks very unamused.
Look, there's no water rushing or anything like that. There's no lake being drained this time.
Yeah. Actually, Zisha has been very, very quiet since the stairs. Like, whooshoo.
Okay, so the mossy paths go down. I'm trying to picture.
No, so they go like straight across, like it's a big cavern, like you're in a cave, and off ahead of you guys, it seems like the whole cavern does slope down a little bit, just naturally, but it's not like a drop off or a path. It seems pretty flat the whole way, and you guys are able to see there is an end to the cavern on the far end, across all these trees and across all this moss.
Okay, then we will, or I guess Rush will move forward to follow the snaking path that
Okay.
they spotted.
Yeah. I will go single file down the path behind Rush.
All right. Are you
We'll
guys
go
just
behind
going?
Aurora? Yeah. It is.
Are you guys just going kind of a normal pace? Are you trying to be stealthy? Trying to just run?
Probably it would end up being stealthy because we'd be moving slower just to be careful and watching foot placement and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not running down this, but
All right, perfect. Let me go ahead and get a
in
stealth
that
check
box.
from everyone.
I'm gonna slide down personally. So I'm in front, and I'm just gonna.
11.
17.
17, okay.
23.
3 or 23?
23.
Okay.
23.
I thought it was 3. I was like,
I
oh my
thought
God.
it was 3 also. I was like, oh no, I got a 13.
No.
I don't think Aurora ever rolls below a 15, so we're solid.
Right. Right.
I did roll an 11 earlier, so.
All right, you guys begin to make your way across one of the multitude of curving openings and all this moss, kind of watching, looking around, and you all get this sense that you're being watched. You know, that just feeling kind of comes over you guys, and you watch as the moss kind of glows a little brighter where you are, but nothing really seems to happen. Rush, with your passive perception, you would notice as you're moving out. So Rush is in front, yes? Okay. Rush, you are beginning to notice as you kind of see a moment where the path you guys are on kind of splits. You're kind of, and as you look up, you notice where for a second you thought there was only one tree. Now there's 3 right there in front of you. And that's all you notice as you guys, do you go left or right?
Which one's more worn?
With Rush's passive, they both look about the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Pick one.
I guess left is a thing we can do based on the information that I have.
You begin to make your way down the left, and Samra, you got an 11 on your stealth, right? Or was that Zisha that got 11?
I got 17.
No, I got a 13.
17.
I think Aurora was
13.
saying she had rolled one. I got a 13. I think.
Okay. It was whoever had the lowest.
It's me. I'm definitely
as-
the lowest. I know that much.
I don't
Where
remember.
where are you in the marching order, Samri?
I'm behind Aurora, I think in front of Zisha.
Okay. As you are moving along, whether it's you're taking in the scenery of this strange, hauntingly quiet cavern with this strange iridescent moss, you take a step and you feel something grab onto your leg, and then it lets go. And it causes you to kind of stumble and fall a little bit.
Well, I found it in our log. It was Rush that got the 11.
Ah.
It was a
Okay.
secret 11.
Oh.
I forgot about the log. That's
I will
handy.
make a an audible gasp.
What was it? What
I
happened?
don't know. Something grabbed my leg. Not good. Something touched me. Something touched
And
me.
Rush, as you say this, is Rush, like, importantly, is Rush whispering, or do you say it normal sound, wavelength, volume, I guess?
Like slightly lower than normal, but like still caught.
Okay.
I mean, it was a surprise, so it's not like
Yeah.
Rush has
yeah.
time to be like, I should be quiet.
Yeah. As you say this, Rush, you, out of the corner of your eyes, notice like 4 more trees that didn't seem to be there before.
Okay, hang on 1 second. And do I have it prepared? I don't know. Probably not. Rush isn't really this kind of.
Is it plot? Plot? Pass without trace. Plot.
No. I might have. Yeah, I do have Pass Without Trace prepped, but before that, Rush is gonna go over to the trees, not super close, but to make it like they're definitely addressing the trees, and like put their hands up, but just be like, "Hey, sorry if we're like invading your space. The Ocean Mother like gave me some hints to come down here to like there's bad stuff happening up on the island and we're just trying to stop it. So like we're not here to agitate you, and it seems like you're maybe uncomfortable with us. So just kind of clarifying for you."
Not what I-
And then they'll turn back to the party and be like, "My mom talks to plants like all the time. So this is a normal thing that we do."
This is normal. Don't be alarmed.
Isha doesn't look very convinced.
Okay. As you approach and you begin to say this, you. Oh, dang it. I'm sorry. Need more than one screen. You hear this voice actually come from this tree. All of you hear it. And it's this. I don't think. What are all the languages you guys know, real quick? Samri, I know, doesn't know this. Aurora, I know, doesn't know it. So mainly Russian. Zisha, I need to know what languages you guys know.
Common.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go.
Okay. Draconic, Abyssal, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Common, druidic, and primordial. Light.
Yeah. Primordial light. I love it. Yeah, you guys have no idea. But as the words sprout forth, you watch as the branches, you hear it form into arms. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Probably should have talked to them in druidic, would have been helpful.
You could still try. Just a rolling initiative, like screaming in druidic. No!
Like, no. Like, we're here to help.
We're not bad.
In the secret language of the druids. Dude, no!
Dude, no. That's a 24.
Hold on. All right. So, Zisha, you got a 24. Okay.
I got
Rush.
a 9. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
14.
Rush.
14.
Aurora.
14.
14. All right. Roll for these guys here. Initiative is just dexterity based, right?
There's like other stuff that gives you
Yes.
bonuses and whatnot to it.
Yeah.
The dex here.
But yeah, if they're not like proficient in it.
Okay.
and stuff.
All right, Zisha, you. What is your current HP?
My current HP is 45 out of 45.
Okay. Rush.
40.
40. Okay. Aurora.
4 to 4.
4. Okay. And Somri.
44.
Let me turn down that battle music a little bit.
No.
Well, I can't hear you guys, so that one. So.
So we beat
All right.
them. Because
I
you
just
can't.
I need to
All
get
right.
my mic in closer.
Oh, my apologies.
Zisha.
I forgot I had temp HP added in there. It's
Oh.
40. Like, it's actually 40. I was so confused because I
Okay.
was like, there's no way she has higher hit points than Somri. There's no way.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Uh,
40, and the 5 was the temp from yesterday, but we didn't use it. So
Okay. Also, important note: you guys have all lost that 1d4 inspiration from the shop. Rush, you still have your d12, just because that was a chat-given inspiration. So that basically lasts until you use it.
Ooh, fancy.
Sweet.
For those of you watching, if you look below, we have a poll of who should get inspired. Just feel free to vote, and whoever wins the poll will get a D12 of chat inspiration for next session.
Vote, vote, vote.
So,
I
all
swear,
right.
if Lindsay
So,
gets it again, I'm gonna riot.
We're all gonna come.
well,
through
you know, if
Lindsay.
Zisha wasn't so cold and stealing from people, I'm kidding, obviously.
Look, she deserves it. I have no regrets.
I'm with Zisha on this one. No regrets.
None.
So, Zisha, what you see is Rush goes up and starts talking to the plants, and you watch the plant in front of Rush begin to form arms and just begin to turn into this humanoid form as you watch two more or three, just one, yeah, one more off about 10 feet to your left begin to also shape and morph. So it is your move.
Okay. I'm assuming they look aggressive. If they don't.
Very, very much so.
Okay. Cool. And you said there's 2 in front of
Two.
Rush, and then you said that there's 2 more.
There's one. No, there's one more. One in front of Rush, and then the other one's off to your left.
Forming. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. I think she will kick it off with with Bane.
Okay.
Can she get both of them with Bane? It's
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's just a first level spell. I need a charisma save DC 13 from them.
Okay. $15 from the one in front of Rush, and a 2 for the one closest to you.
That's more like it. Okay. Yeah, so she basically stretches her hands out in front of her and kind of just sends bad vibes, you know? Like in an almost Rush manner, just bad vibes. And it probably makes the air shiver a little bit. It has this like kind of sickly green tinge like most of her magic does. And it kind of thrums out in like, you know, almost like that circular pulse. But washes harmlessly over her allies, of course. And she does that and then draws her rapier in preparation to do a little stab. And that is her turn.
All right. That brings us to the tree thing in front of Rush. And again, it spouts out this language you don't hear. And Rush, you watch as the one arm kind of... You watch as one of the branches begins to morph and turn into this large club, and this other one turns into like a wooden shield as it raises it up, and it's going to come swinging down at you for 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right, you're able to just kind of move out of the way, and as you move out of the way, you watch as almost a split second the wooden club that it changes shifts to the shield as the other branched arm shifts to the club and swings at you again for a second attack for a natural 1. So that's another miss. And then you watch as the tree that you were watching in front of you, this creature actually steps out of it. Looks very much like a tree, wooden body, everything. You see these 2 eyes peering through like a knot in the tree as it begins to step forward, and that's where it will end its turn. Which brings us to the one closest to Zisha. And Zisha, what you see is the one in front of you steps out of the tree, and it's going to come straight for you with its club attack twice as well. First one is a 22 to hit.
Assuming the D4 doesn't help that at all.
Oh, I forgot to roll D4. Sorry, let me do that.
It's going to hit her regardless,
okay.
But for the second one.
Okay, so I'll roll the second hit first, which is a 13 without the D4.
That will not hit. So.
And that will be a 12 after Bane.
Yeah.
So only one of them hits?
So just the first one, yeah.
Okay. You feel this club just smash into you as you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And she made her save.
Yep, totally made it. And you watch as the creature steps back into the tree, and then you watch the eyes kind of sink into the tree and disappear. As Rush, you watch it emerge from the tree that the other one stepped out of.
Does she get a jab as it backs off?
Yeah, I'll let you get an opportunity attack. It had to get within your range to strike, so yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it. Never happened. She just she brandishes her rapier as a warning. Get back in the tree. Haha, you did it.
I love it. Perfect. All right, that brings us to Rush. It is your turn. Aurora, you're on deck.
Okay. Rush is going to invoke a symbiotic entity. So
Ooh.
all the cool fungus and spores and whatnot start creeping over Rush's skin, which mechanically that is 16 temp HP and then some extra damage and stuff. There's a cloud of funk. It's
Spicy temp HP.
It is. And do I have, let me check my, yeah, sure, why not? Just because they never get to do it. Scoop up a handful of pebbles or something and just cast Magic Stone. It's a bonus action, so they now have magical pebbles they can chunk at stuff if they decide to.
Perfect. All right.
And then, sorry, in Druidic this time, I was gonna be like, no, seriously, we're trying to like help the island, and there's like these crazy people with like this sickness, and it's like real bad, and we're just like, the Ocean Mother sent me.
All right, now remind me, Druidic is like allows you to basically commune with plants and animals, right? And that's it.
It's specifically the language of the Druids. So
okay,
a lot of awakened plant life does speak it, but that's not guaranteed.
Okay, there is no response from these. They yell out in whatever strange language they're yelling out at, but they don't seem to register that you're trying to talk to them.
No. I've done my due
Perhaps they are not awakened plants, maybe, perhaps.
Maybe. Yeah. But as a druid, you have to try.
Exactly. All right. So does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That gives us Aurora. Samri, you're on deck.
Seeing them come after my friends, I am going to scream at them and then fling a guiding bolt at the ones in front.
All right. They need to roll one of them needs to roll a save, correct?
No.
Or is it attack to hit?
It's just it's attack to hit.
Okay, go ahead. Are you aiming at the one that attacked Rush? I mean, you really can't make. There's not much differences between them, so.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Whichever my bolt hits, but no, I'm aiming at the one in front of Rush, actually.
Okay.
That is a natural 20 to hit for a 25.
All right. Go ahead and crit that sweet damage. So it's max of one set, plus roll the second set.
All right.
And I believe that's radiant damage, correct?
It is radiant damage. So, let's see. I rolled 18 plus the max number on the other one. I am not good at the math.
Say that again. So what? Sorry.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. God dang, what level did you cast it at?
Level 1. I have 4d6.
Oh god.
It's 4d6.
Okay. Okay, so
And I got a natural.
like that's like 30 some points of damage. Good lord.
I am angry. They hurt my friend.
You release this bolt as it just slams into the side of this wooden tree-looking creature. You see splinters of wood going flying. You still have your bonus action and your movement as this faint glow surrounds the tree.
Bonus action. Can I pull my sword for a bonus action?
You can. It can be a free action to pull your sword.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it and then summon my lightning bolt, and that'll be in the end of my turn.
All right. Somri, it is your turn.
I'm going to follow up with another guiding bolt right after Aurora.
Okay.
Stacking the guiding bolts.
We're doing it.
For the
Are
advantage.
you? I'm assuming you're attacking the same one.
Same one. It is a 20
All right.
to hit.
That hits. Roll some damage.
10.
10. All right. You again also release yours is purple light basically, right?
What?
Was yours like purple or orange guiding
like an
bolt light? I
orange.
forgot.
Mine's like the champagne.
Mine was more with the purple with the
Yeah.
lightning in it.
Again with the little hiding guiding bolt action as Aurora's hits, yours hits directly after it. As again it just pegs it in the side, and you watch as the wood creature just snaps its head towards you guys. Does that end your turn, Somri?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my book. Just the flail. In
Okay.
flail form, not in dictate like notation form.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to smack somebody with my book.
All right.
Option.
As you hit that creature with that second guiding bolt, it lets out a loud scream of what you assume to be pain. And Somri, out of the corner of your eyes, you watch as this tree beside you almost begins to come alive as you watch one of these creatures steps out, and it's going to attack you.
Oh, no.
So this is a third creature now. So that is a 12 to hit. Misses.
Misses.
Okay. You watch again as you step out of the way, the club just shifts to its other arm almost instantaneously as it follows up for a second attack for a dirty 20 to hit.
Ugh. Okay.
As you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And almost as you get hit with it too. Go ahead.
Is that within
Someone say
10? Is the tree thing within 10 feet of Rush?
The one that's attacking Somri right now?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably just outside of 10 feet.
Okay.
12 damage?
Just outside. Yeah, 12 damage. And as you get hit with it, you feel a sense of the bludgeoning damage, but you get a sense there's some kind of magic adding the oomph to it, basically.
Okay.
Yep. Guys' turn.
These are stronger than normal.
As Zisha, it is your turn.
Yes. Was that thing, was it just hiding before? Or was it like not awake or? Or do we know? Like how many more of these trees could contain things, basically?
You can use your action to make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. My action? No. She's going to say, I do not know how many more of these will come alive, guys. I think that maybe we should go, like, run. And she will head in the direction that we were heading previously, before the fight broke out. I believe that Rush was at the front of the party, correct? So it would involve going past the area Rush is. So she will go up next to Rush, maybe like 5 feet away because he's icky and fungusy. And he's in melee with one of them, right?
Yeah, Rush is in melee with one, and then Somri's in melee with one.
Okay.
The one that attacked you that moved over to Rush is within 10 feet of Rush, but not within melee of anyone.
So, sorry, it's really hard without a map. So,
Sam, I'm sorry.
So he is within melee of someone?
There is one that's in melee with Rush.
Okay, cool. That one. That's the one
Yeah,
I'm attacking. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry.
It's all good. Clear. 19 to hit.
19 hits. Roll some damage.
Great. That will be 6 piercing plus another 6 from sneak attack, so 12 piercing total.
As you go to shove your rapier, you watch as the tip connects and your rapier just bends and unbends. Doesn't look like you did any damage.
Okay, she's leaving then.
Oh, sorry, no. Sorry. You did.
She's fucking out.
I misread that. I'm so sorry. You pierce and you feel your rapier doesn't sink as deep as it should. You did damage, just not as much as you think.
Okay. In that case,
Sorry.
I was like, "Are you kidding?" Okay, bye.
No damage.
Yeah. She's going to expend 1 use of her psychic blades, expend 1 use of her bardic inspiration to use psychic blades.
Okay.
So that will be 2d6. So 8 more psychic damage. And that's it for her.
As you slice into it, you watch some splinters fly off. And Rush, you notice, like, shortly after Zisha slices with these psychic blades, you watch as some of the broken bark and wood begins to actually stitch itself and regrow as it's going to snap its head towards Zisha and take a swing with its club while not leaving melee range of Rush.
Okay, while it does that, if it
Okay.
could just do a real quick Constitution saving throw, that'd be great.
Okay. What's the DC?
15.
15. I got an 8.
All right. It's gonna... take 2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. You watch as this weird, like, fungus appears and just a little branch pops off of it.
Yeah. Take
All
that.
right. So, Isha,
Give him the old 1 too.
the first one is a 24 to hit.
No, sorry. It's just it's not enough.
As you take 8 points of damage as the club smacks into your side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to follow up instantly with a second attack. This time, just following through Azisha, it's going to come with that second attack towards Rush. For 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright, and you don't know if it's just the momentum or whatnot, but you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And again, both of you feel there's a little bit of a magical force propelling, like, making it hurt a little bit more.
Okay.
Alright, so that one's turn. The one that is currently Bane, Zisha, did you make your Constitution saving throw?
I did, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. The one that is currently Bane is going to move up to be within melee range of both of you. Again, do the 1-2 punch. First one's coming at Rush for 2 to hit. As you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And it, again, just kind of follows through. Yeah, Rush. As it follows through to hit Zisha. That's a 12 minus the d4. I think will miss. I think it misses out of 12 anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a 2. Sorry, that's a 10 to hit. So that's a miss. So you're able to just kind of duck under it. That brings us to Rush. It is your turn.
All right. Rush. It's gonna... Yeah. Gonna cast flaming sphere.
Okay.
Fine. So they put their hands out and sort of just, make a ball make a snowball, like you're making a snowball. Does that kind of gesture. And as they do that, the little spark forms and turns into a flaming sphere. So I'm going to need a dex save.
From both of them?
If they are they within 5 feet of each other?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay, yes.
All right, the first one gets a natural. Next guy, who's also baned, they both fail.
Okay. So that's gonna be 5 points of fire damage on one. Six. 6 on both of them. So 6 points of fire damage.
You watch Rush as you send out this fire sphere. And
it stays by the way.
Okay. And so, Zisha, you would see this too. That as it connects, you watch for a second as the fire hits, and then just grows with strength as you feel you did more damage than normal with that spell.
Nice. And it's a big 5-foot diameter sphere. It's a big it grew.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of like behind them, like just burning and crackling.
Okay. You definitely tell that hit connected. Sure.
Yeah.
And definitely seems to have done a lot more damage than you're used to doing with it. End your turn?
Believe so. Just double check. Yeah. Should be good right there. Good to hold. Just gonna. Yep.
All right, that brings us to Aurora. It is your turn. Samra, you're on deck.
There's still 3, right?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the ones that are not burning.
So that's just the one near Samri, which is closest to you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go up to it, try to grab it, and cast Inflict Wounds on it.
Cast Inflict Wounds, okay. Did you freeze on us, Aurora?
19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and right, roll damage.
Come here. That is 20 points of damage.
Right. You watch as this black necrotic energy kind of just crackles through their body as it splinters off of them. Does that end your turn? You what?
I'm checking. Who? I'm gonna look around real quick and see who has the most. Looks the most injured.
I think it's.
You can only use a cantrip to heal for a bonus action if you got
I'm
one.
not.
I'm
not gonna use cantrip. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on her.
You can't. You cast a spell already. Or is Inflict Wounds a cantrip?
Inflict Wounds a spell. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
It's okay.
All
She'd
right.
ruin it. She'd ruin the sanctuary immediately anyway. So.
I don't know. It's very
All right.
red sanctuary.
All right, Samri, that is your turn.
I'm actually gonna cast Guiding Bolt again.
All right. At the one right by you, or one of the two over by Zisha
The
and
one that
Rush?
hit me for a lot.
Okay. Okay.
18 to hit.
18. Go ahead, Zisha.
Just a tiny reminder that ranged attacks made in melee are at disadvantage.
Correct.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
I did forget that. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I never thought it was like that with spells. I thought it was just like bows and stuff.
No, it's any ranged attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll one more time.
Like, where am I at? 16 is the low.
Misses.
Okay.
You're able to just kind of, almost like Aurora's spell, kind of gets you off your aim a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I will say, as you release that guiding bolt past this creature and it goes through the cavern, just kind of lighting out till it fizzles out, you do notice there are about 2 more pairs of eyes you see in the trees.
I don't like this. We should run. I know Zisha was like, let's leave. I'm like, also, yes, I am with you. Let's leave. Let's get out.
All right, so that ends your turn?
Yep.
All right. The creature right in front of you, Samri, is going to take a swing at you,
Okay.
of course, for a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
As you take another 10 points of damage. And again, go ahead.
I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke.
All right, that's a dex save on him.
Yep.
For a 8, which fails.
That
How many
does
points
fail.
How many points of fire damage does that boy take?
Let me roll that. He takes 9.
And again, you watch as the club
Wait,
connects.
Hold on. That's not right. It only rolled 1d10. It's supposed to be 2. It is 18. I rolled 2 9s.
Okay.
So it is 18 damage.
You watch as the club connects, and for a split second, you watch these embers begin to grow around it as the whole tree gets engulfed in flames, and you realize that the Hellish Rebuke you just released is about twice as powerful as it normally is.
Who's got fire spells?
And, all right, so that ends your turn?
Yep.
All right. And he was going to follow up with a second attack against Aurora. I'll say he'll have disadvantage because he's engulfed in... Crappy anyway. 9 to hit, which misses. He's just kind of swinging wide as this creature's trying to put out the flames. And what you see, Aurora, is from the other side of Summer, you watch as this other creature pops out of this tree and is going to take swings at you. So now there's 4. First one is a 10 to hit, so that misses.
Nope.
And it's just going to follow up again with 2 to hit.
Nope.
Oh, no, 22 hits. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, 22. I heard 2. I know, I literally just heard 2. Cause
Yeah, I also heard 2.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 22 as you
22 does
take... Ooh, you take 16 points of damage as this club just comes rocketing into your side. And that ends his turn, which brings us to the top of the round, which is Zisha. It is your turn. You've watched this guiding bolt shoot through the cavern. You see the 2 in front of you guys in flames. You watch the third one just totally engulfed, and you've now seen a 4th one appear from a tree.
So she's just gonna action disengage, and before she runs for the hills, she will toss a bardic inspiration Somri's direction.
Okay.
You have to hit them harder. And
Fair.
and then go. But also run. And yeah, and then she's gonna run her 30 feet.
All right. Do you want to? Oh, I guess you use Bardic Inspiration. That's a bonus action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Just running in the
So
general
with
direction
fire-
that the group was heading. So yeah.
Okay, gotcha. With Fire Sphere, you said it stays there, right, Rush?
Mm-hmm.
So do they take more damage then at the start of their turn?
It will be if they didn't move. Hang on. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet. So at the end of their turn, yeah, they'll do it.
End of the turn. Okay. You watch as the one that has been the first one that's been attacking you kind of steps out, and you notice the wood this time doesn't stitch itself back together as it's gonna go ahead and start chasing after Zisha. You do get an attack of opportunity on this one if you would like.
Oh, I do. Seven.
7 misses. As the creature steps, you watch as it actually steps back just to miss your attack and sinks into the tree. And Zisha, you watch as almost instantaneously it appears in front of you. Right, like not right in front of you, but off to the side where there was another tree.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go ahead and try to hit you. That is a. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
this is the non-baned one.
Correct.
Okay.
That is a natural 20. As you take 14 points of damage. And it's gonna again let out a really loud cry in this strange language. That ends its turn. The one that's baned is going to also go ahead and step out of the fire just to kind of get around you, Rush. And it's going to try and hit you. That's a natural 1 for the first attack. That is a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
As you feel the club rocket into you and you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Doke.
And that ends its turn. It's to Rush. Aurora, you are on deck.
Okay. Rush is going to make sure I'm reading my bonus actions. Okay. Bonus action, it's going to, or they're gonna move the flaming spear and try to ram it into the back of the tree creature that went after Zisha.
Okay.
So it's another deck save.
Because you can move that spear up to 60 feet.
Oh, did it move 60?
It moved 30.
Oh, I can move the 30
Okay.
feet.
All right, sweet. Deck save of 18.
Okay, that time it saved, but it'll still take half, so that's still okay.
All right, again, as
So
you
5.
ram this spear into the sphere into the back of it, you tell, even though it like is able to dodge out of the way, it still gets hit harder than you're normally used to seeing when someone dodges out of the way, and it is looking rough. You're noticing pieces of bark and leaves just falling off of it left and right.
Sweet. And then the one that's still close to Rush that just attacked them, they'll take their magic scimitar and swing and try to hit it. Does a 16 hit?
16 just misses.
All right, and then I guess Rush is just gonna be glad that they got to meet the Ocean Mother before they engaged with action economy heavy bad guys.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, that brings us to Aurora. It is your turn.
I am. I'm gonna take my sword. Just swing at it.
All right.
I've had enough. Alright.
Would you say you're filled with rage?
I am filled with rage.
Would you like to use that rage? Oh, she froze again.
At least wearing a cute smile in the frozen frame.
It's true.
I'm
Welcome
back.
All right, so would you like to use that rage that is pent up inside
I disappeared.
Aurora?
Yes, I would. I would.
All right.
Go rage.
All right, so you use bonus action to rage. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm gonna swing my sword at it. Because it's made me
All right,
angry.
go ahead. All right, go ahead.
21 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll some damage.
$12 points of damage. That was 12.
All right, you let out this scream of just anger and viscera as you carve into this creature with your sword, and you completely cleave it in two as they are no longer an issue on the battlefield.
Yay!
You still have your movement.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna... Well, no, I'm not gonna move from Somri because there is another one behind her, so I'll stay
Correct.
with her.
All right, that brings us to Somri. It is your turn.
me.
You watch as Aurora just cuts this one in half.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll try hitting it with the mace. I just don't know how much damage that's gonna really do. All right. Oh, well, I rolled a nat 20, so there is that.
That definitely hits and rolls some max damage.
Okay. What is it? So 7 and 12. 19.
Of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
Or did I say your thing does different damage? I
I think
can't
it
never
does
remember.
different. I think it does
Psychic, right?
psychic. Yeah, it does psychic
Okay.
damage.
Also, 19 points of psychic damage. As you just swing it and just rail in the side, you send splinters of this weird bark skin that they have flying everywhere. Alright, you still have your bonus action and your movement.
I'm gonna move. Well, I'm gonna step to the side. Start trying to leave a little bit.
Okay. Do you leave their threat range?
No,
Okay.
not that much leaving.
Alright.
Just a little leaving.
Perfect. Alright. I need... not Zisha, sorry. I need... Somri, I need you to make a... saving throw? Yeah, right? That's how grapple works. They make
Can you
a
say it
strength saving
again?
throw on the other person.
Oh yeah, strength.
It's athletic or acrobatics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the person being grappled is what they make.
It's opposing it's athletics from the grappler and opposing
Okay.
athletics or acrobatics from
Okay,
the grappler.
so I need one of those from you, Somri.
18 for acrobatics.
All right.
For
As you
athletics.
begin to As you begin to move away, you watch as the creature lunges for you to kind of grab you, and it gets a hold of you, but you're able to just kind of shoulder through it and break free.
Excellent.
Right, that's going to end his turn. That brings us back to the top of the order with Zisha.
All right. So she has a thingy right in front of her, which is unfortunate because she also
Yeah.
now
That's like
has
right to the side of you.
8 hit points.
On a relative scale, I feel about 8 right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if I had to say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say about a 2-ish.
On a scale of 1 to 40, how good do you feel right now?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine because it only has 2 opportunities to hit you with an average of 10 points damage each thing. So you'll be fine.
All right, so I think she is going to try to cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Okay.
The same illusion spell I used in the very first session.
Gotcha.
I need an intelligence saving throw, DC 13. And I guess I'll just do detail like if it works, because if it doesn't, then it doesn't matter.
Got a 14.
I hate everything. That was my only chance to get out of this.
Well, don't you have action disengage and then bonus action dash?
No.
Or a rogue.
No. I just used an action.
Okay.
And I don't have those things yet. I'm only a first level rogue.
Oh, I didn't realize bonus action dash wasn't a first level.
Nah, it's second level for rogues.
Gotcha.
So she will brace up and prepare to meet her end.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's all she can do. So, yeah.
The creature beside you is just going to reach out, and I need an athletics or acrobatics check from you, please.
Yeah.
They rolled you have to beat a 16.
25 on a nat 20.
All right. It lunges to go for you, and you just kind of duck out of the way, and you actually get 10 feet away from him just super quickly. You
Also,
avoid the grapple.
the big burning ball of fire is still by that one. So at the end of its turn, I need a dex save.
If he doesn't move out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He is not going to. They're kind of smart, but not really. So I'll give you that dex save. That's a whopping 13.
8 points.
And you almost watch these as now you get a look closer as it went to lunge for you. You watch as its body just crumbles to ash from that fire, actually, and it is no longer an issue on the battlefield. Which brings us to the one next to Rush. Rush, I also need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check. Need to beat an 18.
Well, I got a 4. So
You feel these strong wooden arms just grasp you tight, and you are currently grappled.
It's like an unpleasant kind of hug.
Oh, but they could do a con save with that hug
Oh, because of your symbiotic form thing?
because of my halo of spores.
What do they need to beat? Because they got a 19.
Okay, they do. But let's see.
Hate that.
All right, no, it doesn't take any necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. As it wraps up, yeah, they'd be able to pull you, right? It would just be half movement if you're grappled. Right? I would think. Yeah. Right? That makes sense. I should probably look that up.
That's correct.
Okay. And you feel Rush as you're beginning to be dragged backwards slowly, but surely. There's a tree that they're clearly aiming for that's about 30 30 or so feet behind that they're trying to drag you to. And that brings us to Rush. It is your turn.
Okay. So we're more than 30 feet away from the flaming ball of helpful fire.
Yeah, you're
right?
just outside of the 30 feet.
All right. Well.
Actually, no, I would say you're still within range, actually, just with how they're dragging you. It's not necessarily... It's like following the edge of the 30 feet, not going away from it yet.
All right, cool. Then bonus action.
I'm a merciful DM. It's okay.
Rush will whistle, and the big ball of flame will roll headlong towards the side of this creature. So a dex save from the creature.
That is... This is the one that's baned. Granted, he got a natural 20. So that'd be... Got a 20 plus a 1, that's a 21, minus 3. You got an 18.
All right, so it'd be half. So I rolled a 5.
So half of that would be 2. As again, you feel, even though you can tell you weren't as if they were able to somehow turn and move, they are still taking more damage than you think they would.
And that was a bonus action. So action, we'll try to get out of the grapple. So.
All right, and that's just an athletics check from the grappler again, right?
It should have a DC to get out of it. If not,
it's
we'll
just
do
a straight
contested.
Yeah, I think it'll just be a contested one. Because I would
It's
think
11.
monsters can.
Well, usually, it doesn't matter.
You broke. Oh no, you don't break out of it. You almost totally did. It almost rolled to like a 2, and they only have a +7 on athletics.
Only.
So he's...
I have a +1.
So you're trying to break free. Actually, I tell you what, I'll give you advantage on it. Actually, go ahead, because he is kind of like you do a combo thing of moving the sphere and try to break free. So,
I did worse that time.
So it's just able to kind of lock you in more.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Aurora. It is your turn.
Is the one? Yeah. Let me try to talk properly.
There's one holding Rush that's about probably about 15 feet, 10 feet away from you. And then there's the one that's within 10 feet of you that's trying to attack Somri.
Alright. Since that one's just attacking Somri, I'm gonna go after the one that is holding Rush.
Oh, it's only attacking Somri. You'll be fine.
The other one's taking Rush.
Okay.
There's something.
All right, you're able to get there in your movement, no problem.
All right, I'm gonna, scream at it and then swing my sword.
All right, go ahead.
Attack. Oh, that's another natural 20 for a 26.
All right, roll that sweet, sweet crit damage.
Let's see, that is 12 plus 2. I forgot to add my +2 for raging, so that's 14.
Okay. All right, and that's max set of 1 and then rolling the second set?
That was one set. That was one set.
Okay. All right, so what's max damage? Because it's, I think, 2d6 for your sword, right?
26 damage. No, it's 1d6. Or 1d8.
Okay, so
you gave me 1d8.
8
26.
plus your proficiency. 6. As you just carve into it. Alright, you still have your bonus action.
don't think I have anything for a bonus action.
Okay.
No, I don't. That's the end of my turn because I can't cast anything.
Somri, it is your
I'm
turn.
reaching.
I'm gonna try and just hit it again.
All right, go for it.
It's always a solid tactic.
Solid tactic. Hey, I rolled a 19. That's great.
Hits it.
Oh no, I mean it's technically a 23. I rolled a 19. That's how I feel about that. It will do 7 damage, but it's psychic.
Rocks through the body. All right. Again, it's gonna lunge at you, Somri. I need a athletics or acrobatics check, please. To beat a 12.
Well, good news. I got a 13.
Perfect.
So barely.
Again, you're able to break free of it. That brings us to Zisha.
Alrighty.
There's one 30 feet away from you and another one about 45.
Yes. She is going to blow her other second level slot because reasons. And cast Phantasmal Force on the one grappling Rush. So I need an intelligence saving throw. And hopefully one of them one day will fail it.
Oh wait, and that's the one that's... That is the one that's baned.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13 after Bane.
Yeah, passes.
Right. Elser.
That's it. She's gonna keep going towards the exit.
Alright, so another 30 feet. That brings us to the one holding Rush. They're still gonna hold on.
She's gonna toss her Lost Bardic at Rush as well.
Okay. They're gonna keep hold of that grapple and they're gonna drag you 15 feet closer to the tree they're obviously aiming for. So Aurora, you can have an opportunity attack.
I will take that. 19 to hit.
19 hits, roll some damage.
That is only 5 points of damage.
Right.
Oh no, 5, 6, 7, because I have +2. Remember the other +2, so 7 points of damage.
7 points. Alright. You carve into it as it continues dragging Rush back. Rush, it is your turn.
Well, before my turn, I'd like a Constitution saving throw, please.
Absolutely. That is a 11.
Okay. Let me get over here. So it's gonna be 2 of these guys. My voice is dying. 2 more points of necrotic damage. And we'll zoom the fireball close again, so a dex save from the thing as Rush continues to try to buffet it with the flaming ball of doom.
And if you want to try and break the grapple, it can be advantage again.
No. First
A 16 on the dex save.
All right, so it makes it 6 points of damage, half,
Okay,
or just 6 if it's
6. It takes 6.
okay.
All right.
And how's this tree feeling to Rush? Does it seem like it's got just as much gusto as it had before? Is it getting sluggish?
No, it is. You're feeling it getting weaker. Its grip is definitely not holding on as strong as it used to. And you're noticing just left and right that bark is kind of falling off of it. It does not look good.
Okay. Oh, I didn't really mean to do that. I mean, that's what I want to do. Can I get a Constitution save? And if it fails, then
Another one? Because it did one already.
Yeah,
right.
That was for the Halo of Spores. This is for Thunder Wave.
Oh, okay, gotcha. 17.
All right.
You said Constitution save, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, we go to the log. Thank God for the log. Everybody should be in the log because it's fantastic. It's going to take 2 points of thunder damage.
All right.
And that is all.
All right, Aurora, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna keep swinging at it, trying to get Rush out of its grip.
All right, go ahead. Just give me we'll do a contested strength check is what we'll do.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Just roll with your strength modifier. You'll have advantage because you're raging though, right? Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
You just need to beat a 10. That's what they rolled.
16.
You easily run up and grab these wooden arms and fling them back. And you actually are so strong with it, they actually break off of the body as you release Rush from this grapple.
I scream and hold them up.
I love
Thanks.
Welcome.
Right. That ends your turn, Aurora?
Yeah.
Somra, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hit it again. For 20, it's a 22 to hit. That will hit, right?
Definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Excellent. Only 5 damage. I rolled badly.
5 points is 5 points.
That is true.
Okay. You have your bonus action and your movement.
And I, again, move away from their attack box, but not out of it. And I don't have any bonus actions.
You're like right on the edge of it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I need you to go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics check, please. To be a 11.
Good news. I rolled a 17, so.
Again, you're able to just kind of shoulder through the arms and they can't get a hold of you. That ends their turn. And as they break free from the grapple, this loud, ear-shattering scream in this language begins to fill the cavern. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode, guys. We will pick up again on the 30th. See if you guys can deforest this cavern. Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. As always, I'm Jordan with Practical Heroes, joined by this lovely group of players of Lindsay, Mia, Angela, and Lynn. As always, you can tune in every Tuesday and Saturday at noon on Spotify and whatnot to catch me and Lindsay in our flagship show, Mortals. You can catch Angela every Monday here on Twitch for our minifig painting show. Follow us. Go to practicalheroes.com to find all our links. Like, subscribe, follow, tell everyone about us. We love you guys, and as always, may the dice roll in your favor.